Bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. I am Razin, and this is Gempire Zarmund's Demands. This is a game that is coming to Kickstarter at some point for a physical release. We currently are going to be playing with the developer, Gempire. Go ahead and say hello.
Hello. This is great. I'm really excited to be on the stream. So for those of you who have never heard about this game, which is probably all of you, this is if you're ever looking for a independent developer to support, this is about as small as it gets. It's just me, and I woke up one day about 5 years ago and decided I wanted to make a game. So I don't have anybody on my team, so any support is greatly appreciated. But Zim, if you're ready to get started, I can start explaining how to play the game and we can get started.
First things first, do remember that, as always, you guys can look down in the description below for links that are all relevant. For once this is on YouTube, there will be the Gem Times link will be link tree will be down in the description. For now, those that are in the chat here, you can use !Gem Time to bring that link up. And of course, there's also my link tree that you can find down in the description below for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, and more. Now we can go ahead and get started.
Awesome. Is everyone ready, by the way?
Yeah.
Everyone's here? Okay.
Yes, indeed.
I am prepared.
Okay, we have
Ready as I'll ever be.
5 players with us today, which I have a soft spot for games of 5 players. They're definitely the most chaotic, but in my opinion, my favorite number of players for the game. So if you are all wondering what the point of this game is, if you take a closer look at the rulebook on the corner here, this is the art that will be on the top of the box. This is also the rulebook, and each of the 5 players has chosen a city to build for this game. Depending on what their color is, that's what city they are playing as for this game. So the point of the game is that King Zarmund he wants a new capital city, and so he's calling the lead architects of these 5 cities into a competition to see who can build his new capital. So you have all the 5 players here playing as their city, trying to make that city the capital of the Gempire. So the point of the game is, before the game starts, King Zarmund is going to make 2 demands. He's going to say, I want my capital city to have this, this, and this. We're going to draw those randomly at the beginning of the game. So every time you play this game, his demands are going to be different. So your victory conditions for every game are going to be different. But the point of the game is, whoever can build the city first that meets any 2 of those 3 demands wins the game. So we'll go over those before we start. I think going over them now would just overwhelm everybody. But I do like to go over the basics of the game first, so that everybody knows kind of what I'm referring to when I say different things. So first off, we have the resource dice, which are right here. We have 5 dice with resources on them, and the only 2 resources you're going to be collecting in this game are production and science. You'll see the production is represented by the hammers and the science is the flasks. So the production is what allows you to get buildings, which are in this deck right here. This entire deck in the middle here is buildings. And the science is going to be tracked over here by you moving your little cube up the science track. And it's going to allow you to get the technologies, which we will draw 5 random technologies for our game out of this deck of 21. And so you're going to have some combination that I've never seen before, which together with the victory conditions and the technologies being different every game, it really makes every game feel completely different. So I really don't know what strategy you're all going to have to take to win this game, which is kind of cool. But so you know what those 3 are. The orange cards, the Zarmund's Demands cards, are obviously the victory conditions. And the last thing I want to go over is these books here. These are called your planning books. Everybody has one. In real life, there's going to be a crease in the middle here, and it's going to be a bifold. So it's going to be something that you can fold the top half up and you'll actually write in it with a dry erase marker. But for the purposes of Tabletop Simulator, we're going to be using a book with little text input fields here. So this book is where you're going to keep track of your city's 3 attributes, which are population, gold, and culture, in the top row here. And in the bottom 2 rows is where you're going to be taking your actions every round. Now, the nice thing about this game is that nobody ever has to wait their turn, because everybody's going to be writing 1 action in their book every single turn at the same time. So those are the basics. At least that's what everything's called. I'm going to go into now, how does every round go in this game? Every round has 3 simple steps. The first step of every round, and actually the top half of your book here is actually kind of a cheat sheet. So you see order of a round here. The first step is to roll. Somebody rolls the resource dice. So if you don't know how to do that on Tabletop Simulator, you can drag a box around all the dice and then hit the R key. And that rolls the dice. So I rolled 3 production and 1 science. So step 1 of the round is now done. Step 2 of the round is we hit this reveal/cover button in the top left, and it's going to hide everybody's book but your own. And in this step 2 of the round, everybody's going to choose 1 action in secret at the same time. So everybody chooses. You don't have to do it now, but this is kind of the basic order of a round. Everybody chooses 1 action at the same time in secret, and then step 3 of the round is when everybody's ready. We're going to reveal and show everybody what we chose, and you're going to resolve that action. And then you're just going to pass the dice on to the next person and let them roll, and we'll start the next round. So that's how every round works. Now, in step 2 of the round, you have 3 options of the actions that you can take. You have take resources, bid on buildings, and upgrade city. So we're going to go through all 3 of those. The first one being take resources. Everybody around the table can do this action, by the way, not just the person who rolled the dice. So if you want to use take resources as your action this turn, that's just going to depend on what was rolled that round. So if 3 production and 1 science was rolled that round, the way that you would take that action is in your book. You would type 3 into the hammer spot and 1 into the flask spot. If you ever get a, let's see if I can find one here. That's not it. That's not it either. I'll find a wild here. Second. There we go. If you ever get one of these, this is a wild, so this is either or. So in this case, we have 1 production, 2 science, and a wild, so you can either take that as a hammer or a flask. So you could either put 2 and 2, or you could put 1 and 3. Okay, so but that's everybody's decision, and everybody around the table who chooses to take resources for this round would get the full amount. So this is not split between players or anything like that. It is just everybody gets the full amount. If everybody chooses that action, then everybody gets the full amount. So the second thing that you can do, I guess I should go over how do you resolve that action. So let's say, Zim, that you took 2 and 2 here. So to resolve that action, when we all kind of flip our books up and we say, this is what I did. So you took resources. You would get 2 production tokens, which are these little gray tokens with the hammers on them. And you would take your cube over here and you would move it 2 up on the science track. So you would be on 2 then. Right there. So that's how you would resolve that action. Now, the only other rule you need to keep in mind is at the beginning of the game, everybody caps out at 5 production. So if, Zim, if you had 4 and you tried to take 2 and 2, you could only get 1 more coin because you would max out at 5. So in that case, if you did have this roll, you would want to take that wild with science because you couldn't take the second production anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how you take resources. Now, the second thing that you can do is to bid on the buildings that are going to be out in the middle here. There's always going to be 3 buildings out here. There's going to be one under A, B, and C. Now, the production coins here, I'm going to give just a kind of a random amount to everybody. I think that was maybe too many. Okay, and Fox, I'm going to leave you with 0 just for the explanation. Sorry.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so the second thing that you can do, other than take resources, is to use your production to bid on the buildings that are out there under A, B, and C. So in order to do that, what you're going to do is in the bottom row here, you're going to type in how much production you're going to bid on each one of these cards. Now, Zim, you have 4 here, so whatever your total adds up, you can bid on all 3 of them if you want to. You can just bid on one of them if you want to, but your total amount that you bid on all 3 of them cannot add up to more than 4 because you only have 4 coins. So if you want to do like 2, 2, and 0 or something like that, that would be legitimate. If you wanted to do like 3, 0, and 0 and not bid all of them, that's also legitimate. But yeah, everybody around the table can bid up to as much as they have, but not more. So, but every round you're going to be taking a look around the table and kind of trying to see how much production everybody has, because you can kind of get a little bit of an idea of how much bidding power they have just based on how much production they have. So you know Fox can't bid. You know Essler has more bidding power than you this turn. Okay, so little hints like that that kind of help you out. Now, the bottom, the little number in the bottom corner here, that's the minimum amount of production that you have to bid on that card. The most common number you'll see in the bottom there is a 1. The rarest number you'll see there is a 4. So most of the most of the cards will be 1s. Then 2s are a little bit less common. Then 3s are a little bit less common, and 4s are even less common. So this just happened to be 2, 2, 3. So Zim, with 4 production, the only way that you actually could bid on 2 cards this turn is if you went 2, 2, and 0. Because if you chose to bid on C, you'd have to bid at least 3 on it, which would only leave you 1 left, which wouldn't leave you enough to bid on A or B. So that's how that would be for this turn. Like it looks like Lyndon and Merle, you could only bid on A or B. You wouldn't even be able to bid on C because you only have 2 coins. So when everybody's ready to reveal, and like Zim, let's say you did 2, 2, and 0. And you reveal, you're going to look around the table and you're going to see whoever bid the most on A is going to get A, whoever bid the most on B is going to get B, and same thing for C. Now, so if Essler bid 3 on A and you only bid 2, then Essler would get A. On B, it looks like you tied. So in the case of a tie, whoever's cube is higher on the science track at the time wins the tiebreaker. So if you had more science than Essler, then you would get it.
Thank you for
And
the
if
head
you
pats,
lose,
Octo.
I heard the head pats.
One question here.
Mhm.
What if we're tied on both?
If you're tied on both, like let's say that you and Essler are tied on B, or you bid the same on B and you're tied in science, then neither of you would get the card. We would discard it over here, and both of you would lose a production. Now that's the penalty. That's the penalty for losing. By the way, we never went over losses. If you ever do lose a bid, then you only lose 1 coin for each bid that you lost. So
Okay.
if you place a bid on all 3 of them and you lose all 3 of them, you lose a coin for each one. But for instance, if you put like 3, 0, 0, and somebody still beat you out for A, you would not lose the full amount. You would only lose 1 coin for losing that 1 bid.
Okay.
So you lose one coin per bid that you lost. So you don't lose everything, but you do lose 1. So that is how you bid. And the third thing that you can do is to upgrade your city. And you can either do that in your book here. It says your possible city upgrades are a second row and a palace upgrade. I usually go over those after we go over how to build your city, though, because those don't really make sense until we go over that. So I like to go straight into basically when you win 1 or more cards on a bid, what do you do with them? So when you win 1 or more cards on a bid, you have to place them into your city, which is this area right here. You have to place them into your city that turn before we can move on to the next round. So the way that you're going to be building your city is everybody starts out with just 1 row that they can place their cards in. So just this bottom row here. You're just going to stick your first card in the bottom row. Now, every single card that you place in your city after that has to be immediately to the left or right of ones that are already in your city. So your next card would have to go here or here. You could build either direction, but every new card is going to go either to the left or to the right of the ones you already have. Now, every single time you add a new card to your city, it's either going to give you more population, gold, or culture. So the population cards are going to be green. Let me find one here. It's really not cooperating with me. There's one. Okay. So the green ones are going to give you population, the yellow ones are going to give you gold, and the purple ones are going to give you culture. And those all do something different for you. We'll go over those in just a little bit. But every time you add a new card in your city, you're going to update how much of that attribute you have in your book. So Zim, if you started out with the monastery, you would have 7 culture. Then let's say you got the town hall, which if you ever see a slash on a card like this, it means per. So this one means 2 culture plus another 2 culture per green building to the left of it. Well, right now, for the time being, you don't have any green buildings to the left of it, so this town hall is only worth 2 for the time being. So your total would be 9. Then let's say you got the glass shaper shop in there. Yeah, go ahead.
Fox Warrior's got a question there
Sure.
in the chat.
Yeah.
What determines how many coins we get per turn?
The die roll. Like, so whatever the die roll is, if you take resources, that's how much production you get. That turn I didn't roll any. If you took
a lot of science.
Yeah, that was a lot of science. If you took resources this turn, you could either take 6 production and 2 science, or you could take 5 production and 3 science, depending on what you took that wild as. So that's how many coins you would get that turn. Does that make sense?
Thank you.
Yeah. So, so for the time being, this one's only worth 2. Let's say you got a glass shaper shop, you get 10 gold here. So your attributes are going up and up and up. Now, right, you can combo cards. So like if you put this green card, this manor here, it not only gives you 5 population, but that counts as a green card to the left of the town hall, because it's over here to the left of it. It doesn't have to be right next to it; it just has to be anywhere to the left. So not only did that give you 5 population, but it also made the town hall go up by 2. So now you have 11 culture, and so on. So like you can continue to build these combos up as you go along, and those values update as you put more and more cards into your city. Now, every time that I'm going to put these back so that people don't get confused. I will go over this, by the way. If you ever get a card that has 2 colors on it, you can go, it will give you either one or the other, but not both. And this is a decision that you make. Like, let's say Zim got the brewery. If he wanted the 7 population from it, he would play it in his city so that the green side's on top. And also, that would count as a green building to the left of the town hall, so his town hall would go up another 2. If he wanted the 5 gold out of it, he would play it so that the yellow side's on top. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, cool.
Jim.
Yeah.
I don't think I can play because not all the assets loaded properly for me. I can't see any of the cards. They're all white.
What I might say,
reconnect.
Yeah, that's happened to people before. I've had that happen to people before, and it usually fixes the problem if they reload it.
All right, let me try that real quick.
A little bit of advice if you are open to it.
Sure.
With these cards that go either way, like the brewery, I would probably recommend adjusting it so you've got the brewery with the 7 people facing one way. But basically, you'd have brewery written both right side up and upside down, top and bottom.
I mean, there's actually a lot of people that have suggested that, but what the problem that you run into is when it's out on the center of the table, it's basically like trying to read one number upside down and one number right side up. And that's like, if I was to throw these cards out there and I was to do this would drive you nuts, right?
I mean, to be fair, it would drive me nuts when it's down here and the same thing there.
It's kind of a lose-lose, but the nice thing is with it this way, once you put it into your city and you add the 7 population, you don't really need to read it more anyway, because you've already added it. Does that make sense?
I understand that. That's just what I think would work better.
No, that's fine. I mean, it's kind of a preferential thing, because there's been plenty of people who have suggested that, and then I've also actually tried it before on a prototype, and we tried it, and everybody was kind of like, this is really annoying trying to read some of the numbers upside down and some of them right side up. So, it's kind of a lose-lose, because regardless, you're going to be reading it upside down at one point or another. You're either going to be reading it upside down up here or reading it upside down here. So, yeah, unfortunately, it's kind of a lose-lose, but it serves the purpose well enough, I guess. But I want to make sure that Merle's in before we continue. It says 80% for me.
Same. It's stalled.
Try it again.
Be persistent. That's what works for me with Tabletop Simulator.
And I apologize, everyone. I'm gonna be doing a lot of talking, and you're probably gonna get sick of me. But
Hey, I'm okay with that. Less work for me to do. While we all waiting on this, hello there, Octo. Hello, Lightning Dragon. Who else do we have here? Chris, hello there.
Another Chris.
And then, of course, we have a few people that are here in voice. Odd Pal, good to see you. Neon, great to have you. Really? Are you guys just going to spend the entire session taking my clothes away?
and petting you.
We have just started and I have spent more time naked than I have with clothes.
You should make sure to invest in gold so you can buy some new ones.
Yeah, I guess so.
Or people, so that you can create a crowd and just kind of hide within it.
Clothes are currently just in the dryer.
Or just get enough culture that nobody cares.
Yeah, just make it culturally acceptable.
Yeah, I like that idea. But do remember, everyone, buy gold.
Why was that double voiced on my end?
Because it's the Bill Cipher voice mod.
Oh!
Yeah.
Also, whoever that was, you were very quiet suddenly. Who was that talked?
Is it me?
Ah, I turned you down because you were super loud earlier, and now you're super quiet.
I'm sorry.
Be consistent.
I don't have.
Merle's stuck at 80% again.
Oh.
Hello there,
Something
Ember.
almost went over. Stuck at E. Merle stuck at 8%. You know, the ping keeps on trying to go to 1,000 for me.
Yeah.
Sword knows that I have the freaking laptop of potato.
Welcome to Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah, I know. It does good for me every once in a while, but sometimes it does this.
Voice mod doesn't want to work for me.
I think you're stuck, Merle.
Yeah, I gotta get up early in the morning anyway, so I guess you'll just have to do it without me.
I can play your spot, and if I win, then
Then I win by proxy.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I hope you win then.
I'll do my
All
best.
right. Well, thank you.
Good night, Merle.
Good night. Sorry.
Fine. I'm just grateful you showed up.
Tabletop Simulator just didn't want to cooperate today. But y'all have a good one and y'all have fun. I'll
Yeah.
watch the VOD later.
Thanks, Merle.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
one.
You too.
Man,
All right, so
that's tough.
I remember where we were. We were talking about building combos and stuff, and making your attributes go up. So every time that you reach or surpass, I'm gonna stick all of these back in so that they're not confusing here. Okay. Every time you reach or surpass a multiple of 10 in any of these 3 attributes, you're going to get a gem of that color. So once you reach like 10 population, you're going to get your first population gem. Once you reach 20, you're going to get your second one. 30, you get your third one, and so on. So that works for all 3 colors. And once you earn these gems, you get to keep them for the rest of the game. And they all do something different for you. So depending on what strategic benefit you want from the gems, that's which attribute you're going to want to go for. That's which one you're going to want to stack more. So going over what they all do, every population gem you have increases your capacity for production by 1. So for every green gem that you have, you can hold 1 more of these production tokens. So at the beginning of the game, you could only hold 5, like Essler was maxed out. But if you have 1 population gem, you can hold 6. If you have 3, you can hold 8, and so on. So that gives you a lot more bidding power. It also allows you to upgrade your palace higher, which we haven't gone over yet, so that doesn't really mean anything to you right now, but that's what green does. Every gold gem that you have allows you to switch one resource to the other one when you take resources as your action. So I'm going to reroll here. Oh, wow. I actually kind of like, okay, let's take this one. 2 production and 4 science. So if Zim had 1 gold gem, if he was taking resources this round, he could switch up to 1 hammer to a flask or 1 flask to a hammer. So Zim, you could take, instead, you could take 1 hammer and 5 flasks. Or you can take 3 hammers and 3 flasks, because you could switch a flask to a hammer. Or you could just not use the effect of the gold gem, and you could just take the original 2 and 4 if you wanted to. Now, you do not spend this. Remember, you get to keep these for the rest of the game. So for the rest of the game, you get to switch up to 1 hammer to a flask or 1 flask to a hammer every time you take resources for the rest of the game.
But it
Now,
also
the
says
next-
or create.
Yes, that's what we're going to go over right now.
Okay.
This is the benefit of stacking gold. So Zim, let's say you had 5 gold gems. And let's say I rolled something that really sucked. That's not that bad, actually. There we go. Well, I'm gonna do this. There we go. 2 production and 1 science. So I rolled a total of 3 resources, but you actually have 5 gold gems. Your gold gems actually outnumber the amount of resources rolled. In that case, your extra gold gems get to create whatever you want. So if you took resources this round, and this was rolled, you're basically getting 5 of whatever you want, even though this was only 3 resources. Does that make sense? So you can do basically any combination that adds up to 5, because these
Okay.
3 can switch these first 3 gold gems can switch the resources to whatever you want, and then you have 2 extras that didn't do anything, and those are the ones that get to create. So whenever the amount of gold gems that you have actually outnumbers the amount of resources rolled, your extra ones get to create whatever you want. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Yeah, it does.
So like Zim, you could take any combination that adds up to 5. You could take 5 and 0. You could take 2 and 3 if you wanted to. Sorry, 3 and 2. You could take 2 and 3. You could take 0 and 5. You could take any combination that adds up to 5. Because those 5 gold gems basically create a baseline of 5 that you're going to get for the rest of the game.
Guaranteed minimum income.
Yes. So if the roll is ever something that is 5 or more resources, like that one's not, but this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So in this case, you're not going to get to create anything because there's 5 resources and you have 5 gold gems. The only way that you actually get to create more resources is if your gold gems outnumber the amount of resources rolled. So that's why it's better to get more of them, because the more of them you have, obviously, the more turns you're going to have where you outnumber the resources rolled. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get that.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to put these back. And we're going to go over the purple gems. So every time you get a purple gem, this is the culture, you have to play it on 1, 2, or 3 before we can move on to the next turn. 1, 2, or 3 of your culture flag. These numbers are going to correspond to the victory conditions. Again, don't read these because it's just gonna overwhelm you for the time being. But our victory conditions are going to be ID'd 1, 2, and 3 with these tokens up here. So every victory condition at the bottom of the card has a culture bonus, and this is basically a bonus that makes this victory condition just a little bit easier to achieve. So for this one being, if you ever see a 3-number card like this is for the first number's for 3 players, the second number's for 4 players, the third number's for 5 players, so it's scaled. So if I don't play, which I might not, I might just let you 4 play. But if you 4 are playing, we're going to be using the middle number here. So have at least 9 cards in your second row. But for every purple that you put on number 1, since this is number 1 for this game, I mean, we're going to be redrawing, but for every purple that you put on number 1, it's going to subtract 1 card from the amount required to get this victory condition. So if you had 3 purple gems on number 1, you would instead only need 6 cards in your second row, because each one of those took it down by 1. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does.
Okay, awesome. So that's how every one of these works. Every victory condition is going to have a culture bonus that kind of nerfs it a little bit and makes it easier to achieve. And we're going to go over those before the game starts, so don't worry about them.
It is time for Stream Raiders, so give me one moment to run that.
I'm ashamed that I didn't place a unit.
Same.
Yeah.
It's all right. Thank you for the epic here, KT. Let's start this battle.
Yay, hype in the chat.
I might have another player for us. Another streamer,
cool.
actually.
Who is it?
Rygon.
Oh,
Ooh.
awesome.
That would be cool.
Are we going to have to go over everything again?
Probably,
Maybe.
but
I've been told that there is like room and space, and I do wish to become an astronaut. So what's up?
okay. So Gem Time here made a tabletop board game called Gempire, and they're explaining how to play, and we're going to be playing it. And it needs it needs 3 to 5 players. One just dropped out because they were having technical difficulties. So we
have
got
no
room
spot.
for you.
I'm debating because my plan was to play some Phasmo.
Well, we'll do that later, but right now,
All right. Sure. I'll leave this game dead and I'll pop open the other game.
You have my word that it's fun.
I don't need your word. I need your actions.
You have my actions. You have my actions. That's
You
Okay.
have my actions.
and you have my axe.
I don't know what that means. But
And my bow.
I'm sure it'll be just fine. I look forward to it.
I'm
Thanks for
really
hopping in.
intrigued by it so far.
I expect it to be more than just fine.
you guys are way too nice.
I need you to be
Right,
nice.
I will need a passcode.
Oh yeah. It's capital ZIN.
It's me! So for the record, we usually use Martin for the, password.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Capital Z
Yeah,
IN.
yeah, not capital.
Zim.
Oh, I thought you said Zin. I'm like, that's weird.
You're gonna be playing Caberthay, which I mean, there's no gameplay difference. There's no asymmetry between the cities. But if you wanted to know where you were on the map, you can see where you are. But yeah, you're gonna be playing the city of Caberthay. I'm gonna continue, and I think I might go back and just kind of gloss over the rules that we.
I will say you did go. I feel like you went a little more in depth. Rygon, it does seem pretty easy to grasp, actually, at least to me. But go ahead and go through what you went through so far,
Okay.
and
Speedrun.
yeah, speed run it.
Okay, so Rygon, every
Yes.
round in this game has 3 steps. The first step is that somebody rolls these resource dice. That's step 1, and it doesn't matter who rolls them, okay? Because whatever the result is, anybody can take the result. So step 1 is somebody rolls these dice. Let's take this this example right here. There's only 2 different resources. There's production, which is the hammers, and science, which is the flasks. Production is represented by the little plastic chips, and science is represented by your little cube on the science board right here. So however much science you have at the time. But there's 3. So basically, every round goes the same way. Somebody rolls the resource dice. We're all going to cover our books so that you can only see yours. In this step of the round, in step 2, everybody's going to choose one action in secret at the same time. And then step 3 is we all reveal and you resolve whatever action you took. So we went over all 3 of the actions. The first one being taking the resources. If you want to take the resources as your action, that just depends on what the roll is. So in order to take resources for this roll, you would type 3 into the hammer and 3 into the flask, because everybody gets the full amount if they're taking resources. And so in that case, you would get 3 of these chips, and you would move your cube up 3 on the science track. You can't hold more than 5 of these chips, so you do max out at 5 if you get to 5. The second action that you can take is to bid on the buildings that are always going to be out here in the middle. So you do that using your production chips. So however many chips you have, that's how many you can bid on the cards that are out here. So the way that you bid is you go down in A, B, and C. If you do want to use this as your action, like you can take resources and you can also do upgrade city, but bidding is one of the 3 actions. So if you want to bid, you're going to go down in A, B, and C in your book here, and you're going to type in how many of these chips you want to bid on each one of the cards. So you can bid on all 3 of them if you want. You can just bid on 1, but you can't bid a total of more than you have, so you couldn't bid a total of more than 3. Now, the only other rule you have to remember about this is the number in the bottom corner here of the cards. That's the minimum that you have to bid on the card. So you have to bid at least 1 on A, 2 on B, 2 on C. The third action that you can do is to upgrade. Oh, I never went over ties. If you tie on a bid, whoever's cube is higher on the science track wins. And if you lose a bid,
go over that. Just
if
saying.
you lose on a bid, what's that?
You did actually go over to the ties.
Oh, I went on over with you guys, but not with Rygon.
Oh, well, yeah, fair.
So if you lose on a bid, Rygon, you don't lose the full amount. So if you put like 3 on A and you lost it, you only lose 1 coin for each bid that you lose.
So the minimum.
You don't lose the full amount. You would only lose 1 coin. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so we're getting into city building, and so every time you win 1 or more cards on a bid, you have to put them into your city that turn before you can move on. And all of the building cards are either going to increase your population, your gold, or your culture in different ways. So, and it's going to tell you how they increase it on the cards. So if you take a look at Zim's city over here, the red one. So he's got 5 population, 10 gold, and this one gives him 7 culture. Now this one right here gives him 2 culture plus another 2 culture per green building to the left of it. When you see that slash, it means per. So
Oh, okay.
because it has one green building to the left of it, it's actually worth 4. Now, if Zim were to put more green buildings to the left of it, it would combo with that card. It would make it go up and up and up. Okay.
Okay.
So every time you reach 10 or 20 or 30 in one of these, you get a gem of that color. So Zim would have 1 gold and 1 purple. So depending on what you want from the gems, you're going to go for different attributes. So the green gems allow you to hold more production. So for each green gem you have, you can hold 1 more. So if you have like 3 of these, you can hold 8 instead of 5. For the golds, every time you take resources, and I'm going to change this back to something like this. So we have 3 and 3. Every time you take resources, if you have at least 1 gold gem, you can switch up to 1 hammer to a flask or 1 flask to a hammer. So I'm going to make this a 3 and 3 here. 3 production, 3 science. So if you were taking resources this turn with 1 gold gem, you could switch up to 1 hammer to a flask, so you could take 2 and 4.
Okay.
Or you could take 4 and 2 by switching a flask to a hammer, or if you don't want to switch anything, you can take the original 3 and 3. But you don't consume these. Once you earn these gems, you get to keep them for the rest of the game, so you don't consume them. Now, the nice thing about stacking gold is if you ever have enough to where your gold gems outnumber the amount of resources rolled, so like, for instance, 3 science, but you have 5 gold gems. Your extra gold gems create whatever you want. So in essence, you're going to get at least 5. You're going to get 5 of whatever you want this turn if this was the roll and you had 5 gold gems. It basically created like a baseline of resources. And then the purple gems, when you earn those, you have to put them on your flag on 1, 2, or 3 before we can move on to the next round. This 1, 2, and 3 corresponds to the victory conditions that are up here. I never even went over how to win the game with Rygon. Basically, you're trying to build King Zarmund's new capital city, and so is everybody else around the table. And these are his 3 demands for his new capital city. Don't read them right now because we'll redraw them. But these are his 3 demands for his capital city, and whoever can build the city first that meets any 2 of these 3 first wins. So you can do 1 and 2, 1 and 3, or 2 and 3. But just any combination of 2. Now, like for this game, this would be number 1, 2, and 3. So that's what would correspond to the 1, 2, and 3 on the culture flag. Every victory condition has a culture bonus at the bottom of the card, and that's basically a bonus that makes that victory condition just a little bit easier to achieve. So like on number 1, when you see a 3 split number here, because you're playing 5 players, we're going to be using the last number in the sequence. So this one would say have at least 8 cards in your second row. But for every purple you have on number 1 this game, it's going to subtract 1 card from that requirement. So, for instance, if you had 3 purples on number 1 on your flag, you would actually only need 5 cards in your second row to get that one. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so you know what the gems do, and now we're back to where they were. So, and the only other rule that I didn't go over for you, Rygon, is the way that you build your city is the first card that you get always goes in your bottom row. Everybody only starts out with 1 row in their city, and that's their bottom row. So their first card goes in their bottom row. Every card after that has to go immediately left or right of the ones that you already have. So you cannot leave space and then fill it in later. You have to go left or right immediately. So you can build either direction, but you have to build immediately left or right. So now the only other rule you have to know about building your city is that each row in your city only has room for 3 districts. And a district is a group of adjacent cards that are the same color. We never went over those either, thanks Sim. At least with Rygon. If you ever get a double colored card like this, Rygon, you can either choose to get one or the other from it. So if you want the 7 population, you play it into your city so that the green side's on top. If you want the 5 gold, you play it so that the gold side's on top. But once you decide for a color, you can't change it for the rest of the game, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But you're only going to get one or the other. So if you play it like this, it's going to count as a gold building. If you play it like this, it's going to count as a green building. But every row in your city only has room for 3 districts, and that is a group of adjacent cards that are the same color. So if Zim started off with a monastery, he started his purple district, he puts another purple card right next to it, he still only has 1 district. So if he continues to put purple cards next to each other, it's still only 1 district. There's no limit to how big he can make that. But if he puts another color down, well, now he's started a gold district. So now in order to not start a 3rd district, he's going to want to put gold cards over here and purple cards over here. Now, again, he can continue those however long he wants. If he thinks he can win with just gold and culture, then he can do that. But if he ever wants to get some population, which he might, he probably will at some point, he's going to have to make the decision to either cut his purple off where it is, or cut his gold off where it is, because as soon as he plays that green card down, that's going to start his third district, right? So plays it here, he can no longer play any more gold in this row for the rest of the game. Does that make sense? Because you've just
think
started
so.
your third district. Like if you played this card as a gold, you still only have 2 districts, right? You still only have a purple and a gold district. And you can make these as long as you want. If you want to make these districts 10 cards, then you can. But as soon
What's the
as you
purpose of a district? Like, what's the advantage of having one?
So I actually I was wondering this myself. If you look at the third victory condition of what was up here, build the district with the most cards, minimum 5.
So it might be a victory condition. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Might
and you
be.
don't want to
It's
just
also just a limitation.
right.
Yeah.
It's the limitation of the city, right? And you don't want to use your third one up really soon, because as soon as you do, like right here, I can't put any more gold in this row anymore because I just cut off my gold district and I started my third one.
Wait. So, like, say I get this card next, I can't just be like, new district.
No, because that would be a 4th district.
Oh.
So if you want more gold, you got to keep this one alive. Does that make sense?
Ah.
But, you
I
know,
think so.
playing this card here might not have been that bad a decision, right? Because, I mean, it does combo with the Town Hall. So if you wanted to start comboing with the Town Hall earlier, I mean, the longer you put that off, the longer you're not comboing with the Town Hall. So, you know, maybe you did want to cut this off that early. I don't know. It's whatever your strategy is, really. I mean, I'm not going to decide your strategy for you. But there's a lot of little nuances to the decisions that you make with how you build your city, right? Because maybe that was a good decision. I don't know. It's just going to have to kind of be something that you see when it plays out.
So it
But,
sounds like you might want to upgrade your city as soon as possible.
if you can win, listen, if you can win without building a second row, then why not? Because it only takes production. It takes extra production, and it takes a turn to build a second row, which we'll go over in just a minute. But like, if you can build without a second, or if you can win the game without a second row, then do it. I mean, it's much more efficient to win with just one row. But the second row gives you 3
Yeah.
completely new districts to work with on the top row. So
My question is for the brewery card, why not just simply have that 7 upside down with the green person upside down?
that's what Zim
We
mentioned.
talked
And
about this.
yeah, it's kind of a lose-lose, because if the 7's upside down there, then yes, it will be right side up if you turn it around in your city. But then as long as it's out in the middle of the table, then everybody's going to be reading the 7 upside down. So it's really like you're going to be reading it upside down one way or the other regardless.
Well, you could just have like a little dash under it so people know which side's the bottom.
Yeah, you could. But even so, I think it would be a little bit harder to read out in the middle if some numbers were upside down and some were right side up.
Well, I mean, but on that point, it will always be upside down for somebody because somebody has to sit at the head of the table.
Yes. But
But anyway,
who is it? Ansler
continuing
reading
on.
everything upside down. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's kind of a lose-lose, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand why you suggest it though. But does everybody understand the districts, or
Yeah.
is
I think so.
that not clear? Okay, awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here, and I don't know, I may even put this here. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the upgrade city action, because we never went over that, because I said I would go over that after we went over how to build our city. So the 2
What
city
about blueprints?
we'll go over those at last. I usually go over those
All
last.
right.
That was Essler, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. You watched the video, or yeah, you watched the video, I think. So yeah, Essler's the only one that knows about blueprints at this point, but we'll go over those last. So the 2 city upgrades that you can do are a second row and a palace upgrade. A second row, the way that you build that is just you're going to go in your book into this section right here. And in order to indicate that you want to build a second row for your action, you're just going to type in second row right there. And when you flip up, that's what your book's going to look like. You're going to be, I'm building a second row this turn. It will cost you 5 production. So you'll have to spend 5 production in that turn, and you'll get a second row tile. And from that point on, for the rest of the game, when you win a card, or more than one card on a bid, you can choose to put it up here, anywhere up here, or down here. So you can still continue to build out your first row, even if you've built a second row. Of course, you couldn't put it over here, right? Because that would start a 4th district on the bottom row. So your only 2 options here would be up here or down here. Now, the first card that you put in your second row can go anywhere. I'm going to do, I think, right here. But once you choose a spot for the first card in your second row, you have to build left and right from it, just like you did in the first row. So the building mechanics are the same as the first row. So I've chosen a spot for my first card in the second row. Then I have to build left and right from it, just like I did in the first row. So that's the way that the second row works. It gives you 3 completely new districts to work with, by the way. Now, the only other rule about the second row is you can't do this. So you cannot extend your second row past the edge of your first row, but you can build your first row out and then put a card up there. That does work.
So the thing I kind of have to wonder is, why would we say bother having 3 districts at all on the top row, when for the bottom row I could just have 2 colors, let's say gold and green, just extend them out endlessly, and then just plop my purple on top?
Yeah, you could do that. It just matters what the victory conditions are. Some of them require you to have a certain amount of districts that are a value of 20 plus or something like that. Or it just matters what the victory conditions are, really.
Okay.
But yeah, it'll make more sense when we play. But yeah, I do like having the second row. But also, you say, why don't we just build a second row? Well, it costs 5 production and it costs a turn. So you got to get maxed out. Unless you have green gems, you got to get maxed out on your production and then spend them all and not get anything from the middle. It takes a while to build up that production and then to spend the turn to make it. So, if you can find a way to win without second row, it's much more efficient.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the advice I'll give, at least. I don't know what your victory conditions are going to be, but that's the advice I'll give. Now, going into the palace upgrades, in this little bag, we have rewards for upgrading your palace, and these are going to be drawn randomly for your game. So I do not know what they're going to be, but this is just an example. Okay, so in order to indicate that you want to upgrade your palace, in that same box that I typed second row, you're going to type palace and then a number. That number is what level you're upgrading to. So that's going to be anywhere from 1 to 5. Because everybody starts out with a level 0 palace. So you can upgrade it from anywhere from 1 to 5. So you're just going to indicate it like that. Now, a palace level 1 upgrade costs 5. Palace level 2 costs 6 production. Palace level 3 costs 7 production. So if you haven't made this connection yet, if you don't have any green gems, you can upgrade to level 1, but you can't get any higher than that. So if you want to get up to level 5, you're going to have at least 4 of these, because you're going to have to be able to hold enough production to actually upgrade it to that point. Now, you can skip levels when you upgrade your palace. So if you don't have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want to go straight from level 0 to level 2, you can do that, and it costs you 6 production. It just costs you the amount of production of that level. So, and then if you want to go from level 2 to level 5, that would cost 9 production. But every time you upgrade your palace, you're going to get the reward for the token that's on that number and everything under it. So Zem, if you did a palace level 2 upgrade, you're going to get whatever's on this token and whatever's on this token. You're going to get both of them. So you're going to get 2 palace diamonds. We'll go over what those do in just a second. And this reward right here, this is going to give you 1 science for every little science symbol in your city. So I bet you noticed that there's some building cards that have little science symbols on them. So that that number 1 palace reward is going to give you 1 science for every symbol in your city. And it looks like you only have 3. So you would get immediately 3 science for that reward. And part of your strategy could have been stacking up those science symbols so that when you did your palace upgrade, you would get more science. It's whatever.
And those
your
are down
strategy
in the
was.
bottom left of the cards.
Yes, exactly. So these little palace diamonds here, you have to spend these the turn that you get them before we can move on to the next turn. So you can't hold on to them. The first one of the game that you place in your city can go on any card. So you can place it on any card in your city, the first one of the game. And I don't know, I might go brewery. Now, from that point on, every palace diamond that you place for the rest of the game has to go on a card that's adjacent to one that already has one on it. So this palace diamond either has to go on the horse trainer, the wall, or the glass shaper's shop. I'm going to go on the wall because I know how the game's played. and that's the best choice because every card that has at least one diamond symbol in the bottom left that you put a diamond on, the value of that card is doubled for the rest of the game. So, Zim, you doubled the wall to 20 culture, and you doubled the brewery to 10 gold.
Oh, okay.
Now, for the ones that have 2 diamonds on them, which are they're rarer than the ones that have 1, if you get a second diamond on that card, it triples it for the rest of the game. So that you just tripled that to 15 gold. So part of your strategy, right? Like, there was a reason why I put that wall there. Because if I would have put the wall here, well, then upgrading to Palace level 2 would give you 2 diamonds, but then it would make it difficult, right? Because do you go here and here? And in that case, this one doesn't double because it doesn't have a diamond on it. So this diamond doesn't do anything. That's why I put the card here.
Okay.
That's why I put it here, so that I could get both of them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Also could have done here. This one would have been a good one because it's 3 gold per palace level, and upgrading to level 2 would have made that worth 6. So I guess this would have technically been the best play. But yeah, part of your strategy, if you're planning on upgrading your palace and getting palace diamonds to get the multipliers, is you want to try to see if you can put your diamond cards kind of closer together. And that is an advantage of the second row, is if you have a second row, you can put them closer together. Whereas if you only have one row, it's kind of just where they fall, right? You're going to have to probably, if you want to get multiple cards, you're probably going to go through some that don't multiply, which kind of stinks because you don't get to use the full benefit of the Palace Diamonds. Now, the only other rule about Palace Diamonds is you can't put 2 diamonds on the same card that come from the same upgrade. So if you wanted to triple the brewery, you couldn't place, like if you did a level 2 and got 2 Palace Diamonds, you couldn't put both of them on the brewery. If you want to triple something, those 2 diamonds have to come from separate Palace upgrades. But keep in mind that you get these rewards every single time you upgrade your Palace. So Zim, if you did a level 3 then, next, after level 2, you would get the same reward again. You would get 2 more diamonds and 3 more science. So just because you got these once, if you go to level 3, you get them again. And if you go to level 4, you get them all again. Okay, so use it wisely, because if you go straight to level 5, you've spent the palace.
Yeah.
You might think it's great to have that one turn that just kind of blows up because you got all the way to level 5 and got everything, but you can't upgrade it for the rest of the game, so you've just spent the palace, basically. So it might not be the best idea to do it all in one go. It just kind of depends on how the rewards kind of come out. And so the only other thing that we have to go over is science, and this is really self-explanatory. So don't worry about reading these, because we'll redraw and we'll go over the new ones before we start the game. But you'll notice that at the bottom of the card, this is how much science that it takes to discover these technologies, and you'll notice that the cheapest number is always on the left. So that's why you kind of want to get more science than everybody else, so you can claim these before other people do, so that you don't have to use as much science to discover them. So this is something that you do on the third part of the turn. So after everybody's revealed their book, and you're just kind of resolving your action, whatever action you took, if you notice that you have enough science to discover something, you discover it. It does not cost a turn. It doesn't, you don't have to write down that you're doing it. It's just a free thing that you can do on the third part of the turn. So Zim, let's say that you took resources this turn. So you got 3 science, and that put you up to 8. And you're like, oh, look, I have 8. That gives me enough to get calendar. And I want calendar. I'm going to take it. So you're just going to put a cube down there on the 8. And so you've claimed that technology for 8 now, and nobody can steal it from you. You have it for the rest of the game. And the next person who wants calendar would have to use 10 on it. Now, this progress does not go down. You do not lose progress on your science for discovering a technology. That would not make sense. Okay? But that 8 that you used for calendar, you can't use it for anything else. So then if you wanted masonry for 9 then, you've already used 8 for calendar, and you need 9 more for masonry. So in order to get masonry, you would have to be at least 17. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. I guess the only other rule about science is if there's 2 people that want to get the same technology on the same turn, they can both get it for the cheapest price. So then you would basically say, I'm getting calendar for 8. Does anybody else around the table want to get calendar for 8 this turn? And they can also get it for 8. But if everybody kind of passes on it that turn, then you claim it for 8 by yourself.
Oh, okay.
And then the blueprints is the only other thing, which Essler mentioned. If you ever win a card on a bid that you do not want to place in your city at the time, you can make it a blueprint, which means you kind of tap it, put it off to the side. That card is inactive now until you want to put it into your city in the future. And you do that again on the third part of the turn. It does not cost an action, and you do not have to write down that you're doing it. It's just on the third part of the turn, you're like, you know what? I think it's a good time for me to put that in there now. You put it in there, and it opens a spot up for another blueprint. So that card will not add. That won't add anything to your book until you put it in there, because as long as it's over here, it's inactive. So as long as it's over here, it will not add anything to these. But once you put it in there, it will. Make sense?
Can you only have one blueprint at a time, or?
Yes, you can only have one blueprint at a time.
Okay.
So once Sim puts that card in there, he can do it to another card. But yeah, you can do it to one at a time. That is everything. And I'm going to go over everything before we start again. I'm going to
hit the bathroom.
go ahead. I'm going to reshuffle all these decks, and then we can redraw our victory conditions and our technologies. And
Okay, dokie. This is
Outdoors.
complicated. I'm too tired.
I told you were going to get sick of my voice.
Well, I don't feel that nauseous yet. I think you are okay.
I
I
appreciate
must
it.
have the
Really
cue.
are. The best way for me to learn something is by doing.
Yes.
You know,
And that's exactly what's going to happen. So we're going to do that. I promise it's not as overwhelming as it seems. You're going to make the roll, and then I'm going to say, okay, you can either do this or this.
oh no, this isn't too overwhelming.
Um,
It's just having to
Yeah.
do learning after a hard day work.
yes, which is understandable.
At least I don't have to work tonight, so that's
That's
nice.
a good point.
So that is a good thing.
And
Thanks
I
for
got
filling
8
in.
treatment plans. What's up?
Thanks for filling in.
Yeah, of course.
I'm
Me and
really-
my 2 viewers are here with you.
Oh, you are streaming right now?
yeah.
Yes, I am.
I wasn't sure
Yeah.
because my shout out for you said that you were doing Phasmo right now.
Yeah, because I was going to do Phasmo, and then you invited me.
Oh, you should update that.
I already have.
Okay.
so
Hey
it
there,
says Phasmo-
Pikash.
No, it doesn't. No, it thought it did. Just refreshed for me.
Yeah, Rygon is
And so-
streaming as well right now, so do go check him out.
Oh. I've got a very cute Vaporeon that you can give toast.
Back.
Welcome back. How did hitting the bathroom go? Did you win the fight?
Get back.
I anticipated that somebody would make that joke, so I did in fact lightly smack the door on the way in.
There you go.
Okay.
That's showing
I ain't
what,
no
what-
liar.
And
Okay.
that is how you claim a throne.
Is everyone ready? Who left and are they back?
Esther
I'm
left
ready.
and Esther came back.
Okay, awesome. So we are ready.
Yep.
Okay, cool. This is where we get to draw the fun parts of the game. We get to see what we're dealing with. So what do we want to do first? Victory conditions, technologies, palace rewards?
I imagine victory first.
That order.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
That way we can all groan when everything else turns out badly.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Who wants to draw the first one? Shuffle
Sure.
the deck a few times.
Well, I need to go run Stream Raiders real quick, so...
Go ahead.
The first one is donate 30 production to build a magnificent throne for King Zarmund.
Okay. Okay. So it's not complicated. We're gonna go over it after Zim gets back. But
I mean,
It's a-
you
it's
can
a
go
very-
over it right now. I can still
okay,
hear.
okay. Well, it's going to involve something with your book. So, in the same box where you write your city upgrades, like your second row and your palace upgrade, that big box in the middle row on the right. For this game, you have an extra action that you can take called donate, and that means you can donate up to all the production that you currently have. So let's give Zim 4. he can choose as his turn to donate up to all 4 of the production that he has to King Zarmund's throne. And that just means for that turn, he's just going to give them back. And he's going to keep track of how many he's donated throughout the course of the game. So like in one of these little boxes above here, you can keep track. So he's going to type a 4 in. And then next time he donates, he's going to add to that number. And once that reaches 30, you have that victory condition.
Sure.
Okay?
So you don't have to donate all at once. Got it.
You don't, no, you don't have to, like, but I mean, like, right, the more green that you have, the more that you can donate at one time. So the fewer turns you have to take to actually donate 30. Like, if you have 5 greens and you can hold 10 production, you only have to max out 3 times and then donate all 10, right?
Or if you have a population of 250.
Then you could do it. You're never going to get that high. But you can dream.
Keep your dream.
So for number 3, for this, we're going to go over the culture bonus. For number 3 on this game, every purple that you put on number 3 on your flag is going to count like 4 production that you've donated to Zarmund's throne. So do with that what you will. I'm not going to give away the obvious, but yeah, do with that what you will. And let's draw the next victory condition.
I'll draw the next victory condition.
If
Should
there's
be
a certain
bombastic.
one that if you draw, I'll probably throw it out because it's kind of an expert level one. Not this one, so I like this one. We're going to be using that third number because we're playing with 5 players. Have a sum of 20, at least 20, gems, technologies, and palace levels. So between the 3 big gems, the 3 colored ones, these do not count as gems. Between the 3 big ones, the amount of 3 big ones you have, the amount of technologies you've discovered, and your current palace level, it has to add up to at least 20.
Oh, geez.
Everybody knows that diamonds are not gems.
Right. The little tiny palace diamonds do not count as gems. Only the 3 big ones.
They're fake,
And
aren't they?
Green, yellow,
Or-
purple.
Now,
Yeah, go ahead, Zim.
for technologies, I assume it's just you can have up to 5 of those because there's 5 technologies.
Yes. And you
Okay,
can have
so
up
it's
to
not the
a level.
amount you spend on them, it's just
Right.
how many. Okay.
So you can have up to 5 technologies. You can have up to a level 5 palace. So you're going to have, in order to get this one, you're going to have at least 10 gems. That's actually not true because of the culture bonus. Because for every purple that you put on number 2, it counts like +1 to that total. So basically, a purple is like a double for that one. Every purple that you put on number 2 counts as 2 points.
So you just need 5 purples.
You only need 5 purples if you have a palace level 5 and all 5 technologies, which is probably not going to happen, but you can dream. Let's do the third one. Does everybody understand that one?
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
No. I mean, yes.
All right, let's do the third one.
Hey,
Okay.
Penra. Also, for everybody there in the chat, I'm focusing more on the game tonight, but I do really appreciate all of you coming by and hanging out with us. This is
Our
just a
sweethearts.
more unique kind of stream tonight, where we are going through a new board game that Gemtime made called Gempire. And yeah, I kind of want to put the spotlight more on Gemtime's game here, which you guys can do !Gemtime in the chat to bring up his link tree and go find his website as well as the Kickstarter. And there's a button on there where you can be alerted when he actually launches the Kickstarter and stuff. So yeah.
Probably the best way to help me, actually. That's the number that I'm tracking right now. Once I reach a certain number on that, then I can launch. That's basically the number that is most important to me at this point. But yeah, Zim, you're not going to offend me if you have to say I need to read the chat. Because I want people to stay. I want people to enjoy their time. So you're not going to upset me or anything if you have to say, hey, I need to take a sec to read the chat. So
Oh, I still respond to I'll still respond to the chat every now and then. It's just primarily focused on the game.
okay, yeah, no, but if you have to take a second, just say. I won't be upset.
Fenra, I do hope you're okay. I'm doing all right myself.
Number one is have at least 7 cards with a value of 10 plus. So we went over how much like one of these was worth, like the Glass Shaper's Shop was worth 10 gold, right? So that would be a 10 plus card. So it's whatever the attribute value of the card is. So how much
Now-
population or gold or culture that it gives you. Now, you can reach that 10 by comboing a card. You can reach that 10 by doubling a card and making it worth more than 10 with a Palace Diamond. Or just get one that is worth more than 10. But you have to have at least 7 cards in your city that have at least a value of 10. Now, for every 2 purples that you put on number 1 this game, it subtracts 1 from the amount required. So 2 purples on number 1, you only need 6 cards with a value of 10 plus. 4 purples, you only need 5 cards with a value of 10 plus, and so on. So that's what our victory conditions are. Let's see our technologies. And remember, in order to win, you only need to get 2 out of these 3. So one of these you can kind of forget about if you want to. Mathematics. +1 diamond symbol to every card with at least 1 diamond symbol. So that basically means all the cards with only 1 diamond symbol in the bottom left, you can now act like they have 2 and triple them. The ones that have 2 diamond symbols in the bottom left, you can now act like they have 3 and quadruple them.
Very nice.
Yes. Let's add more math to the game.
I'm not going to go for that one. I want to keep my populace stupid.
Surveying. Every card in your second row counts as double the amount of buildings. So in this game, there's a difference between the meaning of the words card and buildings. So a card is just a card, right? Regardless of what building card it is, it's just a card. There are cards in here that say this is worth 5 gold buildings. Now, you can use those, like that won't actually give you 5 gold, but you can combo it very well with cards that combo with gold buildings. And if you play a card that says it's worth 5 gold buildings in the second row and you have surveying, it counts as 10 gold buildings. So it will not actually double the value of the card itself, but it will double the amount of buildings that it's worth. So by default, every card is worth 1 building unless it specifies otherwise. So this would double everything to count as either 2 buildings, or if something does say it's worth more than 1, then it doubles however much it says it's worth.
Okay, so just to ask, so let's suppose we get a building, right? It's +5 gold. Will that give me +10 gold then?
So, but there's cards in here that say like it's worth 2 gold per gold building, right?
Okay.
So for every gold card that you put in the second row, if you have surveying, those are all going to count as 2 gold buildings instead of just 1. So if it combos with that card that says 2 gold per gold building, you're comboing twice as fast then.
Okay, so it doesn't give you necessarily a direct increase of resources. It's just literally, it now counts as more gold buildings, not more unique gold buildings.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and you'll see cards that come out that make it pretty obvious, like which ones are combo, like that you can combo, and then you'll start to see kind of like what this one does for you. But I will say this is normally not one people usually get early game. This is normally one people get kind of late game. But
Tell what the cost.
what's that?
I could tell what the cost.
Why? Because it's 14. 14's pretty cheap. Are you guys ready to choose the next tech?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's do it. Currency, +1 to all bids against players with less gold gems than you. So if you have the most gold gems at that time, you have currency. All of your bids are +1 against everybody else.
Okay.
Calendar, we had this one in the explanation. Hold future culture gems off your culture flag until you want to place them. So basically, calendar makes it so that when you get purple gems, you do not have to place them on your flag. You can you don't have to commit them. Because normally, once you place
Just
them on
wait
your
until
flag,
you would win.
yeah, just wait until you would win. Exactly. Because normally you have to place them down, and then you can't move them after that round. But calendar makes it so that you don't have to commit them. Architecture, palace upgrades cost 2 less production. Ooh.
Yeah, you have to spend so much to get it.
Well,
Oh,
it's
I should not
science,
have done that. I didn't mean to do that.
and you
Yes.
don't spend
no,
your science.
It's actually there's actually quite a few technologies that are more expensive than this one. We just happened to get some fairly cheap ones. But this one's really nice because you can get all the way up to level 3 without having a single green gem, which is really nice. So I'm going to draw these palace rewards, and we're going to see if our palace either sucks or is great.
Oh,
We got a single diamond for 1.
Good start.
That's not bad. You got a blank for number 2. You got a double for number 3. Okay, that's pretty good. 2 science per symbol. Number 4. And number 5, another diamond. That's pretty good. That's not bad. So you guys have a pretty decent palace out there. I'm going to shuffle these again. See what buildings we have to start off with. Oh, some big ones. Okay. Road system. 3 culture plus another culture per building on the second row. So, Rygon. 3 culture plus another culture per building in the second row. Okay, so per building in the second row, if you have surveying, every card in the second row counts as double the buildings. So,
Okay.
Museum. 3 culture plus 1 science. This is actually one of the 3 cards in the entire deck that gives you science. So 3 culture plus 1 science per culture building. This counts as its own culture building when you put it in your city. So it will give you 1 science, and then it will also give you 1 more science for every single purple building that you put in your city after that. Theater. It's either 9 population or 3 culture plus another culture per gold building to the left of it. So there's a lot of purple out there starting out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a quick question because I've already forgot. Are you able to claim multiple of these at the same time?
Yes. In the same turn, yes.
Okay.
You can claim as many as you want.
Okay.
Now, I mean, it's a questionable decision to hang on to your science for that long, right? Because you hang on to your science so long, and it's like, okay, how many turns did you go without having one of these where you could have had one?
Yeah.
You know?
I was just thinking because there's 2 that cost 17, and you said this doesn't go down.
Right.
No,
So
but
I could
if you have 17 science, then you can basically spend that, and then you would need another 17 for the other one.
Yep. So you would need a total of
Okay.
34. You would need a total of 34 to get both of those. And if you want to keep track of like how much science you have to spend, you can use one of these 2 little boxes in your book. You can be like, oh, I have 20 science that I haven't spent. And if you hit clear fields, it will not clear that number. The clear fields button will not clear these numbers, and it will not clear these numbers. It will clear everything in the bottom 2 rows that you use to take your actions. So, Zim, if you bid 300 and you want to get ready for the next turn, just hit the clear fields button, and it'll get rid of everything you did the last turn.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, so the way that we start this game off, we're going to cover everybody's books. And you all get 5 resources of your choice to start this game with. Before we even make the first roll, you all get 5 resources of your choice. So this is either 5 hammers, or 5 science, or any combination that adds up to 5. So basically, how many bidding tokens do you want to start off with? And how much of a head start in the science race do you want to start off with? And once everybody's ready choosing their 5, we will reveal and see what everybody chose.
Okay.
So if you're
I'm ready.
GMing the game effectively, does that make you Zarmund?
Yes. No, I don't know. Honestly, when I went to Gen Con, I dressed up as King Zarmund, yeah. I had like a crown and...
Why do you need such a fancy
I
throne?
want to see that.
What'd you say?
Why do you need such a fancy throne?
Well, I don't know. Ask King Zarmund that. I guess I'm not King Zarmund.
No,
I was just
you
gonna
are
say, like,
definitely King Zarmund. It is canon now.
Okay, well, I guess I'm going to get some RP experience tonight.
It must be because he's got the very sensitive tush.
Well,
Yes.
might I interest you in this very fine? It's a down feather stuffed pillow. It is perfectly contoured to your buttocks, and so here you go, Zarmund.
I've just got a concrete block with some spit on it.
I don't know what to say. Okay. Is everyone Is everyone
I'm
ready?
ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
My
Yeah,
city
I
is
got
good
ready.
enough. I don't need to give you
I
a
will
place to
write-
sit.
I will call Rygon out and say that Rygon's not ready because I can see everybody's book.
I'm ready. I'm just keeping it all in my thinker.
No, you got to write it in the
You need
thing.
to write on the
So
book.
Yeah, you have to
alright,
put how
alright.
much of each one you're going to start off with.
All right, there you go.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so for every production that you took, take a chip, take a hammer token, and for every science, so I will help people out. So Rygon, you got 2, Zim got 1. Fox got 3 science.
I'm trying to take a token. It won't let me.
probably because we're trying to grab at the same time.
Oh, it's because your ping is so bad. Here, I'll get them for you.
Thank you. Yeah, my ping shows you at 999.
Yeah, your ping is really bad. That's what happens when your ping is really bad. Is it just doesn't like grab anything. But okay, we are ready. So everybody's gotten their resources. Zim, let's let you do the honors. So actually, I'm gonna put him over here. Roll the dice, and we'll start the first round. Here we go. Ooh, that's a big roll. We have 5 production and 2 science. So before we move on, everybody clear their book by hitting the clear fields button. There we go.
Like this.
And we're going to cover up. And for this turn, as your action, you can either take resources, and which you would do by taking 5 production and 2 science. Or if you have tokens to bid, you can bid them on the buildings that are out there. Now, we do have a 3, a 2, and a 3. So whoever bids would have to bid at least 3 on A, at least 2 on B, at least 3 on C.
Okay.
And also remember that people who are ahead of you in science will win tiebreakers for the time being. So when everyone's ready, you can only do one action. So you can't do 2 actions in the same turn.
Yeah.
There's one specific person that
Yep.
I'm
Gonna do resources? You gonna take a bid, or are you gonna burn somebody's house down? Oh wait, that's not an
You
option.
can also donate technically if you want to donate.
Yeah.
Okay, I think everyone's ready. We're gonna reveal. Oh, Fox, you can't do this
Sorry.
because you only have 2 tokens.
Oh, I thought I could add that in with the tokens.
No, it's one action a turn. So if you're taking the resources, you can't bid. You can either bid or you can take the resources, but you can't do both of them.
Got it.
Okay, so Zim did 4 on B. So did Essler.
I knew you would do
They
that.
both have the same amount of science, so they both don't get it. Wow, I'm surprised.
I'm not too surprised by that. Rygon, you can only have 5 resources at max. 5 production.
It still wasn't a
No.
bad decision to take resources. And then don't forget to take your science. So everybody who took resources also gets 2 science. So Ryan, you're up to 4.
I figure building early is the smart way to go.
And
I'm up to 3.
Lyndon, you're up to 3. Or you're up to 4.
Should be at 5 because
5?
I took 3 last time.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so you're on 5. All right. So that was round 1. Everybody clear their books. We're going to pass the dice to Lyndon and let them roll.
Roll well.
Or not.
Or don't.
Oh, that's pretty good. 4 and 3. We have 4 production and 3 science. So you can either take 4 production and 3 science, or you can use your production to make some bids, or you can do... Yes.
How did the Essler go up in science?
I don't know. You shouldn't have.
Hmm?
Click
Why
it
am
out.
I over there?
Do that one. That's a good question. Yeah,
question.
he should be at 1.
Someone might have moved the wrong token.
I think so.
Quick question.
Yeah.
I got 5. Do I add 5 the tokens here?
Do you what?
5 of the resource building tokens. Do I add here?
No, you took the tokens. So like you maxed out at 5 because you took 5 tokens
Right.
and 2 science. You already had 2, so you got 3 more tokens and you got 2 science. So yeah, now that you've collected them, you don't have to have it on the book anymore. So basically you have 5 tokens that you can bid on A, B, or C. And it looks like we have three cards out there that are all 3s, so nobody's going to be able to bid on 2 of them for this round, which is kind of weird. But that's just how this round is. Keep in mind, if you are ahead of somebody on the science, you will beat them on a tiebreaker. Or you can take 4 production and 3 science. Even people that are maxed out, you can still get 3 science out of that roll, which isn't terrible.
Sure.
Everyone ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. 5 on A. So, Rygon beat out Fox, and Lyndon, you got B.
I figured everyone was going to go for B.
B
This
was a good
goes-
card.
This goes directly into the place down here.
Yes. Unless you want to blueprint it. I mean,
Nah.
but Fox, you only lose 1. You get to keep 4 of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You don't lose all of them. God, no. Okay, so we're
Like
going
I
to
said
clear
this a lot.
there.
I'm slow.
No, you're not. You're good. Okay. So
Okay, it
everybody
says it
clear-
gave me 3 culture. What do I do with that?
Oh, you got the theater. Okay, do you want to play it as 3 culture plus another culture per gold building to the left? Or do you
Yeah,
want
because I
9
assume that every time I put a gold building or whatever to the left, like it increases.
Yeah.
It does. Or you could get 9 population out of it.
No, I want the theater or
Okay.
the purple.
So it is worth 3 right now. So you would type a 3 in your culture.
Okay.
Everybody clear their fields. Lyndon got 9 population. And I think we're ready. So let's pass the dice to Essler. I love this like really chill music in the background. It's great. This is exactly what I want when I'm playing this game. We got 1 production, 2 science, and 1 wild. So you can take that as a production or a science. So people who are taking resources, you can either take 2 and 2 or 1 and 3. Or if you have tokens, you can bid. I'm gonna move this token here, Lyndon, because I think if it's inside the hide box at all, it will hide it.
Yeah. Here, let's put it off to the left if that's okay.
Yeah. Okay, is everyone ready?
I am.
I am prepared.
Here we go. Okay, Zim, I think you got both of them. Essler got A, and you got B and C.
Cool.
I very got A.
Well done. You did get A. A was a good card because you can triple it.
And I move up 3. That's the wrong. That was the wrong one.
What was the
Here.
wrong one?
Yeah. Fox moved green instead of orange. Oh, I
Oh,
was like,
so
Oh, sorry.
how much science do you have, Essler?
I believe I was at 4.
Okay. And Fox is
Oh
at
no,
8.
it was actually 5. No, 6. Yeah, let's go for a
And-
7.
and I get 3 science.
Wait, so- How much? Essler had Did Essler
He
have
had- he
four?
I
had
picked
four.
up
He
3
had four.
once, and I started with 1, so it's at
Okay.
4.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. And then I'm at 8. So I
Eight.
just took
Wow.
3.
That way.
Well done. You can put these on top of each other since they're both on 8. Okay.
Yeah, this science thing could definitely be a bit more
I wanna
spread
make-
out.
I want to make the
I
cubes a
feel like
little
if
bit
you have
smaller.
a beaker per thing,
I want to make the cubes a little bit smaller so they don't like take up so much space.
I feel
do
like
that
the
pretty easily.
beakers just it primarily need to be bigger, or maybe do a number box or something for each. Like, I like the view of this, but as it is, it's kind of hard to tell and place your boxes where they go.
Well, that's the beauty of tabletop, though. We can make the image bigger or the cube smaller.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
it's just
I would
a
definitely suggest
suggestion.
scaling down the cubes a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always been a point of contention with me is changing that. But you know, when when you're trying to take care of a million things on your own, some things just kind of get put to the back burner, I guess.
Like, if you look at my cube, it's like on the center of the 4, and even then, it's almost touching both of the lines above and below it.
Yes. Yeah. And it's not exactly like that in the real game. It's a little bit. This is just tabletop sim, but in the actual like hard copy, they're a little bit smaller, so they're easier to tell where they are.
For the next round?
I think everybody's ready, and Zim got yes, you did that correctly. Yep. So it is Fox's turn. Oh, Fox, look at this. 5 production and everybody else is like has like nothing. It's gonna be a good turn for you.
You're gonna have a field day.
You're gonna well, I mean, you can get A or C of your
Oh,
choice
yeah.
without any contention.
Can I master roll? I want to. It won't let me master roll.
Okay, I'll do it. For production. Everyone clear their fields. And Fox, because you have 5, you could put it. I mean, you're going to win A or C automatically, but you could also go for B if you want to. Now, keep in mind that Lyndon has 2, so he could beat you out. But
I scratched.
oh, I thought you said I scratched. I was like, what does that mean? You said hi. If Rygon tries to go for B, you have more science than he does, so you would beat him out.
Or for who?
What's that?
Well, for who?
If I was saying if Fox tries to go for A or C and also try to get B with 1, and you try to go for B with 1, then he would beat you out because he has more science.
Well, fine. I won't do that
I
then.
mean,
Oh, yeah, you have free reign to just do whatever you want.
Well, it just revealed my master plan.
okay, is everyone ready?
I am.
So keep in mind, this B card was one that I was kind of talking about at the beginning of the game. It's either worth 3 green buildings or 3 gold or 3 purple buildings, but it will not actually give you any population or culture. But it will combo with things, right? So like it will combo with Zim's card over here, plus 2 gold per purple building to the right. That would count as 3 purple buildings if he played that as purple to the right. So it can combo with quite a few
Oh.
things.
Or 6 if
I
it was
might
on
have
the second
not-
row with that technology.
Yes, or 6 if
Oh.
it was on the second row and you got surveying. And I will also say, cards that are on the other row that are also to the left or right of that card also count. So, Zim, if you had a purple card up here to the right of your textile shop, it would also count as to the right of that textile shop, even though it's in
That is
another
good
row.
to know.
Yes.
Hmm.
changed my plans, but maybe it'll work.
Is everyone ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. You got him, Fox. So you got this one, and you got that one. Now this one, I might suggest playing as a blueprint for the time being, because you're not really sure how to combo that yet. But this
Just
card,
leave it up to the side over here.
yeah, you just leave it, like, you can either leave it over here, or over there, wherever. But
Just hide
this
it up your
card,
sleeve.
yeah, you pick it up and either hit Q or E, yeah. Oh, it's your lag that's doing it. There we go.
Yes,
And then
I
you just
have Pikash.
like in the bottom row over here.
And it's time for the Stream Raiders.
You get 11.
Okie dokie. Best of luck with your fight.
Thank
Fox
you
gets the
for
first.
the epics, Dat Daddy Zaddy, KT, and Pan Pan. Carry on.
Fox got the first gem of the game.
Oh, every
Right.
10 pop or every 10 gives you a gem?
Yep. So
Oh.
Fox got a green gem. So Fox, you can now hold 6 production. And we just spent all 5 of these.
All right. I'm ready to roll.
I like how that screen was perfectly timed with you putting the production tokens away.
So everybody should clear their field.
Yeah. And we're
Everyone ready?
We're ready
Yeah.
for you to give us a roll, Ragon. Ooh, 6 production. Ooh, that fills Fox all the way up.
Ooh, dang.
Oh, this wasn't refilled.
That was not refilled. That's a good catch. Now it is. Ooh, one of the other 2 cards that actually gives you science.
Well, well, well.
Yeah. All right. We got a lot of people with a lot of production this turn.
Very productive turn.
The position you want to be in this turn is where Fox is. Watch everybody else.
Power.
You want to watch everybody else have to decide, have to make the tough decision. While you're just sitting there like... I think everyone's ready.
Yeah.
All right,
No,
let's do it.
it's not. Okay, now I think everyone's ready, unless somebody wants to change what they did.
I just want to check this. This will add on a science every time you put a green building in your place, right?
Yes.
Not just when you first put it.
Not just, yeah. It will also count the ones that you already have as well.
Okay. Okay. And the other one is what? 8 green or 8 yellow?
Yes.
And did that count itself?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I think I'm good with what I got.
Okay, here we go. Oh, Rygon, you got a...
Yoink.
I believe I got B.
You got B, Lyndon. Yep.
That turn hurt for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
I got a gem now.
You did. You got a purple. Yep. Because you have 16 now.
And I got a gem because now I have 11 green.
You did.
Oh, actually, I should put it on this side.
It doesn't really matter.
Well, yeah, it does. Every gold
Right.
building to the left.
Yeah, but it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be touching. It doesn't have to be touching it.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to make a district. Like, cut off a whole district.
But you're going to be cutting off a district regardless, I guess is what I'm saying.
Oh, fair enough.
If you put that one
Alright.
there, if you put a gold card over here, you wouldn't be... I mean, you'd start a new district regardless. Refill here. And Zim's turn. Oh yeah, Rygon has to decide which number. You
I
want
put
3?
it on number 3. Yeah.
Awesome. And you have
I'm sure I
16.
just grab the coins in the meantime.
What's that? Oh yeah,
I
you need
grabbed
your coins.
6 coins in the meantime. I thought they want to be dicks.
Need one more. There we go. All right, Zim's turn. Oh
I am
my.
definitely not doing well this time.
Hmm. 6 production and 1 science. You've got a really good combo going, Zim. So,
Yeah, but I can't get very far with anything.
yep, Lyndon's got a gem.
Yes.
Kindle, that's so spooky. They just did a Phasmo ghost hiss behind me. Also, hello, Henry. No, you are wonderful. No, you are.
If I just instead.
Everyone ready?
I am.
Ready.
Ready?
Zim, you got it.
Nice.
You got it. Well done.
Yay!
3. I can't believe that.
Should go with the 4 too.
Fox got B, and Essler got C.
I got C.
Yep. So Essler loses 1 for B, and Fox loses 1 for A. So Fox, you lose a total of 5 because you spend 4 on B and lose 1 for A. And Essler lost 4. Okay, so
On by
Here we go.
I
technology.
get a gold gem.
hey,
Try
first
to-
gold gem.
Rygon, you're buying a technology?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay,
I'm
so
buying
currency.
calendar.
Calendar. Okay, so if anybody else wants calendar this turn for 8 science, it seems to be only Lyndon and Fox who can actually get it.
I'm also moving up 1 more, but I need to. There we go. Yeah. Right there. And yes, I think I also want to buy that.
Currency? Okay. I mean, calendar?
Yeah. Because that'll let me put the purples off to the side at once I start getting them right.
Yes.
Yeah. And with my indecisive butt, that'll make it a lot easier, because then I don't have to decide till the last minute.
Hmm.
I think I would also like to buy a palace upgrade.
Yeah, you do that like on your turn.
Oh. When is it my turn?
It
How do you buy
will-
palace upgrade?
you put Palace in this box over here. And Rygon, the only one that you would be able to do is a level 1. Right.
That's fine.
So you would do that. And that's how you just type Palace and then whatever level you're upgrading to. So yeah, level 1 would give you a diamond, which would allow you to double something. And I think I know what you're gonna double.
So,
How much-
yeah.
How do you buy a palace upgrade?
You put Palace and then whatever level you're upgrading to in the book. And then is this Fox asking?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay. You put Palace and then whatever number you're upgrading to in the book. And depending on what level you're upgrading to, it costs a different amount of production. So up here, it shows you how much production it actually costs. So for level 1, it costs 5. For level 2, it costs 6. For level 3, it costs 7. So the nice thing about you having green gems is that you can upgrade your Palace higher.
Hello there, Kindle.
And
Good.
I'm going
Yes, Kindle.
to
Hello. And no, we have not taken a look at the Phasmo update. That will be later this evening. We're just playing a board game real quick right now, just to relax and have some fun.
deal.
So when do I know it's my turn? Is it when I get the dice again?
Well, no, it's your turn every round. It's everyone's turn every round. So you just have to wait for Lyndon to roll the dice.
Yeah,
and then
it's
you can
one
do it.
action per
It's
turn.
one of the actions you can take.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I
just
see.
that third action, that upgrade city action, is probably the least. It's easily the least common one that you do. You're probably only going to do it 2 or 3 times in a game.
Okay.
Most of the time, you're going to be doing the first 2. So we got a production, 2 science, and a wild.
So it shows up.
What was that? Somebody said something, but I didn't catch it.
Oh, wasn't somebody else going to do a science alongside Rygon?
Oh, that was Lyndon, wasn't it?
Yeah, I went up.
No, were you going to unlock calendar
Oh,
at the
yeah.
cheaper
I
price
don't
with
remember where the thing
Rygon?
is.
Yeah.
Where the things
they're
are for
they're
that.
over here by your palace token.
And then Fox
Oh!
Warrior could
So you
also
did-
do so.
Put one on top of there.
Could, but what's the purpose of doing that when you can save it up for later?
What's
I
that?
mean, you could, but basically, to get calendar later, you're going to have to spend more.
Okay, then yeah.
But if you want a technology that's more expensive, Fox, then you don't want to get calendar. Because if you
Yeah.
use that 8 for calendar, it's going to take you longer to get to something more expensive. So, like, if you're saving it for architecture, then don't get calendar.
Hey there, Sanri. I'm doing all right. And yourself?
Oh, I kind of regret. I shouldn't be
Do you want
regretting
to
my
take it
decision.
back, Lyndon?
I kind of do.
Yeah, you can take it back.
There was a
Go
different
ahead,
thing that
take it back.
There's a different thing that I think I should save for.
Sure. Yeah, I mean that's all the tough decisions that you have to make in this game. Calendar could help you out, but also it takes it longer to get to the other ones. So, so this round is 1 production, 2 science, and a wild. So either 1 and 3 or 2 and 2. Lyndon, you have a lot of production this round. This is so interesting watching people play. Just figuring out how everybody's trying to win. Everyone ready?
I am.
Yep.
Good luck figuring out my strategy because I haven't yet.
Oh, no, all I see is the equivalent of like one of those short kids, like just flailing their arms.
Oh,
Okay, you got it, Lyndon. You got
Yeah,
beat.
Okay, nice.
I
For
was
3.
kind of expecting somebody to bid on it, but I guess it's not that valuable to anybody else.
And I guess I'll take this gem.
I can help you out, Fox.
You.
And you got 2 science, so you're at 10.
This
Oh,
is
you're moving blue.
I am not
2,
blue.
3,
You're orange. You're over here.
3, 12.
Lyndon's got 9. You've got 10. You are on the lead. All right. Everyone ready? We'll refill the buildings.
I took my second culture.
Let Essler roll. Not bad. 3 production and a wild. Oh, you took your second culture gem, so you gotta decide on a number for that one. Oh no, you don't, because you got calendar. You're the one with calendar.
I've got a plan here.
Yeah, you do. It looks like. It looks like you do. Isn't it nice to not have to put it down?
Oh yeah.
I get to the end of so many games and like I'll have 3 purple gems on a number that I didn't even wasn't even close to getting.
Well, I've got an idea of how I'm gonna let it go, but I don't want other people to know. If nothing else, I can just
forgot.
build up my
I
next
did
stock.
forget to
Hello
say this,
there,
Rygon.
Zorro and
Zorro
Lars.
Arc 720 sent the beach mart into the store. It did not end well.
So Rygon, this is
Yes.
something that I will suggest, and
Okay.
you don't have to change what you did. But this card was already a 10+ card without the diamond on it.
Yes.
So if you would have put it over here, yes, it would not have given you as much culture by doubling it, but all you would need at this point is 2 gold cards to the left of it to make this a 10+ as well. So that would put you closer to victory condition number 1, which is have 7 cards of a value of 10+. So
Well,
it's up to you.
I can't
It's pros and cons, right? So do you want the extra culture, or do you want to make this card easier to be a 10+?
The extra culture.
Okay. I think that's a good decision.
And I don't
Everyone-
think I have any money right now, so I
don't
can't
think
bid.
you do either. I think you spent it all on that palace level. And I will
Yes,
give
I'm
you
gonna take
I will
4.
give you 1 token, and I will put it on your palace.
Oh, thank you.
I think everyone's ready.
Mhm.
Here we go. Nobody bid. Everyone took resources. So Fox, I'll give you your coins. There we go. Fox, you're getting fairly close to being able to get one of those. There really hasn't been a whole lot of science rolled, actually.
I've noticed.
I don't think Fox can actually roll these because of his lag, so...
Or I can roll them.
Let's let Rygon roll. Boom. Okay, 3 and 3. Wow, look at all the production out there. Got 6, 5, 6, 4, 5.
Is donating also an action?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Lars, good to see you. Hope you're having yourself a good evening.
Everyone ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
Yep.
You guys are
Oh.
ready. Zim's not ready.
All right, now I am.
Here we go. I think you meant to do bidding, Rygon.
Yes.
So, like,
I've got to get rid of that. Yeah, I
Yep.
bid.
Okay, so it looks like you and Fox tied on C. Who has more science? Fox does. So Fox gets that one.
I'll
You
get rid of the token.
Zim, I think you got B
No.
and you lost C. You didn't?
Fox also bid on B.
Oh man, Fox is screwing everyone.
I lose
I'm just
one.
gonna take my diamond.
Lose 1 for C. 1, 2, 3, 4 for A.
Okay. 3 plus 1.
How did we mark the palace levels?
With these tokens over here. You
So
just
to the
get the number that
right,
you upgraded to
to
and
the
just put it on
right.
your palace token.
12 gold.
Okay, so Fox, you're going to want to put those green cards next to each other so that you don't create a third district.
Oh.
So yeah, you're going to want to move the green card over here
Fine.
so that you only have 2
gold
districts.
gems.
Oh,
Yeah, so you are correct on those numbers, though. Yeah, you do have
That's-
14 and 12. So you got a gold gem.
1, 2, 3. I think I should be higher up on science than I am. I don't think I took the
WWW.
one for... I need some help with math real quick, too.
Sure.
I know this is 9, and then that makes 11.
Yep.
That would make 15.
Yep.
And then this would make 19, right?
Yep.
Okay. I was making sure my math was right. Also, I should be a little higher on science than I am because I.
Because you should have two. You should have 2 more science. Yeah.
Yep.
Gets rid of all my coins, right?
Who was that?
I think that was Fox.
Fox?
That gets rid of all my coins.
Does it get rid of all your coins? You bid 3 and 2, right?
3.
3 and 3.
Oh, 3 and 3. He got rid of all of his.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Everyone ready for next round?
Yep. I think we just need to put a building on the board.
Yep, we do.
It does seem like this is a very difficult game to try and catch up with, though.
See, I have a very good plan. My good plan is I don't know what I'm doing.
You'll be surprised, Zim. You can actually win this game with the smallest city, and I've seen it happen many, many times. I actually did it at Gen Con. I won with like 7 cards in my city.
Must have had a good combo.
Yeah. Everybody else's city was so much bigger than mine, and I thought I was going to get my butt kicked. But sometimes you can really find ways to get the victory conditions that isn't necessarily just having the biggest city or the most gems.
We've definitely been on the back foot since Zim and I just wrecked each other turn 1.
Yeah. Whose turn is it? It's Rygon's, I think.
Yep.
Sounds.
Wow. 5 and 5.
Got good rolls.
5 and 5. See, this is really difficult because it's like, do you take resources because there's a lot of resources, but then next turn everybody's going to have a lot, and so you're going to have to be bidding against everybody? Or do you bid because everybody else is probably going to take resources?
Just do the choice.
Everyone ready?
Yep.
Ready.
You got it, Zim. That's a good one.
I have 6 science extra.
You can win to your hand here.
Okay, 6 of that.
Yeah, you did get 6 science. 1, 2.
And I'm assuming I have 2 districts here.
Was that Rygon?
Yes.
No, that's 1 district. Now, if you want to play that as a gold card, you can, and it would combo with your theater. But it would only make your theater go up 1.
It's
I would
okay.
like to.
I don't need one.
I'd like to get a currency.
Okay,
Fox.
that's
what was
Fox.
it I
Okay,
wanted?
so we're gonna put a cube, orange cube, on currency.
And I'm going to get the other one that's 17. What was that one? Mathematics.
Okay, so I think Rygon spent 3.
Yep.
Zim spent 3. And I think everybody else got resources. Mistaken.
Yep.
And Zim, yep, you got your first purple. All right, everybody clear their fields. And
Power of money is going to let me catch up on science.
everybody clear their fields, and we'll let Zim roll. That was a really incredible roll. 5 and 5.
Thank you.
I don't think I've seen that before. Wow.
Free!
Good roll, Zim.
Is it possible to bid? Oh no, you can't bid 0. Never mind. You have to at least have the minimum for the building.
Yeah. Oh
Here's
yeah,
We
we
need to
the
refill
other
them.
two.
do. There we go. This is so fun. Is everyone ready?
I am.
Mm-hmm.
I am prepared.
Here we go. Ooh. Okay, we got Fox getting B. Right. Lyndon did a Palace level 1.
Yeah. How do you mark palace? Oh, the little
Yep, it's one of
coins.
those.
Oop. Which gives me.
Everybody else got 3 science.
I literally had one choice.
You had one choice.
Oh, I got 1 science and 2 production.
So that gives me diamonds. I get 1 more. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? 7 diamonds? How many diamonds?
No!
Fox has stolen the science.
Sorry! It's my science.
How many diamonds am I getting from this when I have the mathematics?
Oh, you still only get 1.
One
But-
per?
No, you only get 1 diamond because the level 1 upgrade is 1 diamond. But
Oh,
the
okay.
advantage of the mathematics is it now allows you to quadruple this one
Okay.
instead of triple, and it allows you to triple these instead of only double them.
Okay.
It lets you
So I
place
got
more
beat.
diamonds.
Now the question is, do I put it on this one or the bigger one?
That's a
Mm.
great question.
That would make this one 2 per
Yes.
building, right? Okay.
Yep, it would.
Okay.
But that would
that's-
also make, I don't know. It's actually, I would do this. Well, yeah, I would do this one because
yeah,
in
'cause
order to
that'd
get the
be
sewage
18.
system, in order to get the sewage system to be as much as this, you're gonna have 9 green cards. That's a lot of green
Yeah,
cards.
yeah. No, I'm going with this one. I was just trying to mathematics because that makes that 18. Then
So
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 5,
you
6,
basically
7,
just got
28.
9 more.
Yep.
Yeah, you basically just got 9 more, so you're at 28. Yep.
Very nice.
So yeah.
Wait,
you have
doesn't
to-
the
1,
2
2,
diamond
3,
mean that it
4.
gets tripled?
5.
only if he gets another diamond on it. So he would have to do a
Oh.
pass level. He'd have to do a pass level 2 upgrade, which would give him another diamond.
So
And then
the number of
triple.
diamonds down here, that is how many diamonds you can put on it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But because he got
Capacity for diamond.
mathematics, he can actually put even 1 more diamond on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And each
And-
diamond is an
Time
to
increase
roll.
of 1 of all of it, effectively.
Is
Please
everybody
get some
ready for me to roll?
production.
Okay.
It's Lyndon's roll.
Roll, 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 roll.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, okay.
5 science and 1 wild. Now we're rolling the science.
Nobody even cares that one of these isn't fit.
Oh no. Okay. So Essler, you should be able to get pretty much whatever you want.
Yep.
You could even. Oh, you can't get all 3.
You
Yeah,
can't get
no
all-
worries, Lars. Just glad to have you here.
Okay. Is everyone ready?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. 6 science, Fox. Fox is rushing the science. Okay.
Gold!
And I'm getting 5. So I'm going from
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 23. $23.
you right click, I think it'll push it down. That works too. And I need to do some math. I forgot to put, how many science do I have left? 23 minus 7.
Don't mind
22
me, my
minus
39
17.
gold.
Who has 39 gold? Essler has 39. Woo!
One off.
17, 18, 19.
So I only have 17 gold.
There. I'm gonna keep track of my science that way.
I think it's Essler's roll.
Yes, it is.
Right?
Please get some production. I beg of you.
Free.
You can have a little bit.
Zim, I think you should have a production, right?
Yeah, I should.
Which, I mean, you and Lyndon are the only ones with production. Now, you can only go for B, so I don't know. It'd be pretty risky.
Can we turn a blank space into a resource, or is it only just like
It's
science?
if the amount of gold gems that you have is more than the total resources rolled, then you can start creating resources.
Oh.
So if Essler had 4 gold gems, then he could actually create one more.
If I had one more gold.
If you had one more gold, you could create one. Everyone ready?
Yep.
I heard Stream Raiders. Here we go. Right.
This
Well
needs to be
done.
this way for me to get the
Yeah.
green from it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another 7, another 8, since because of this building here. So,
Yep. Another 8.
so I'm at 36, right? Yeah.
36.
I'm gonna roll it.
And you also get another science, Lyndon.
Yep. Uh-oh. Why is the stream dead for me? There we go.
I'm going to give this a roll, Fox.
I already rolled it.
It was already rolled.
Oh, it's already rolled. This is the roll? Oh, this is Essler's roll.
My net
okay.
seems to be
this is
strong.
my
No,
roll.
that's Fox's roll.
Oh, it is Fox's roll. He just
My
already
net
rolled.
is struggling a bit here,
Fox
so
successfully
no.
rolled the dice.
So I need to get 3 coins from last time.
Yes.
all right, place your troops for the next battle, everybody.
We need the
Battle.
thing up. Yeah. And that's what, 3 and 4?
Alrighty. So the roll is 3 production and 4 science. Zim with the most production with 4. Everyone ready?
Yep.
Ready.
Here we go.
Hey, just one moment.
Sure.
I'm missing a coin.
Oh,
never mind. I got 3 coins.
you have 3. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Rygon got A and B, and Zim got C, which is the biggest one, which is really helpful for you, actually, because that gave you 2 gems.
But it also cost all of my production.
It did, yeah. But, I mean, honestly, it would have been the same thing if you would have just gone ahead and bid all 4 on C, you know. It was actually a good play. Because that gave you 9 culture, right? Because of the bathhouse. Yeah. So 21, and it also made your textile shop go up by 2. So you got a gold and a purple gem.
And I'm going up 3.
Who is the biggest city right now? Oh wow, everybody has 5. Essler has 4, but it's very close.
Yeah, everyone has 5.
Everyone who's anyone has 5.
I've got them where they matter, on gold.
My thing though is that all of my numbers are all less than everybody else.
That's not always that's not always a big deal, honestly. I mean, you also have to think this one's already 10 plus. This one's very close to 10 plus. This one with a diamond could be 10 plus. So, I mean, you're pretty close to already having 3 10 plus buildings. And if you put another purple on number 1, you only need 6.
Ah. All right.
Okay. Rygon's roll. 2 wilds, that's it. Oh, she have 6? Wow. Does Lyndon have 3? Yeah, 3. Essler's got 5.
This here.
Gold.
So, what does having the gold actually do for you? Can I spend it on anything, or is it just something that I collect and hope I have more than everyone else?
The
Gold
gold
gems?
allows you to switch resources. Like this turn, it doesn't do much for you because they're both wilds anyway. But like
Oh,
on that roll that was like 3 science, you could have changed one of them to a hammer.
okay, and that would spend the gold.
No, you get to keep the gold for the rest of the game.
Okay.
Or if you're me, then on this one, I could get 3 resources if I wanted.
Essler's gonna get yes, or Essler could get 3 resources. I don't know if he's bidding or if he's taking resources, but if he's taking resources, he can create 1 resource because he has more gold
Get
gems.
a whole 3 resources.
Oh.
It's better than 2.
Indeed, it's better than 2.
Everyone ready?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Oh,
And I will, in fact, get 3 resources.
Yeah, that was a good play.
Make sure nobody
Because
else.
Lyndon and Fox just spent all of theirs.
I am purchasing architecture.
Oh, good one. So we got
That's
2. Okay.
4, 5, 4.
Going to refill. Fox, you got A and C, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you got both of these. And because
wait. Because I can put you in there.
you don't have a second row yet, so yeah, you are going to have to cut off one of your districts. Whether that's gold or green, it's up to you. I mean, obviously, this green one combos with purples to the right, so you probably want to put them over there.
Is there an option to unblueprint the town square and blueprint that?
Yes.
So now I have to make another one, right?
What? Another what?
District?
Well, yes, yeah. So this would be your third district, so you can't put any more green in this row.
16, and then two
But-
more people.
You could play this as 3 purple buildings over here to the right of the training camp, and that would add 3 to your training camp.
Or you can wait, get a second row, and use that as 6 buildings later with science.
You can, yeah, you can get surveying and put it.
I don't want 165 people.
It looks to me like you have yes, you have. 16.
You don't? I want 165 people.
Yeah, I want 165 people. You get
Easy
a
game.
You get a purple gem, Fox.
Hey.
So you've got to put it on 1, 2, or 3.
Oh.
Or you could actually discover calendar for 10 this turn, and you wouldn't have to play it.
Hey.
It's your decision. Do you know what you're doing with it?
Oh, you gotta take it out.
Number 3. Okay, he's going for the throne. Okay. Sounds good.
Time
All right.
for a revolution.
Yeah. I think it's Zim's role.
Yeah, that it is.
Sure. Am I on 28 or 27? It looks like somebody might have bumped it from whichever one it was on for the science.
I thought you were tied, but I'm not sure. I thought you were.
This is why we should make these a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were tied.
We can make them smaller right now.
Yeah, that's the thing that you can just do.
8, I believe.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
we
as
can-
small as that one will let me make it.
So maybe we
It's
need to
either
make
the
it
blocks
bigger.
smaller or make the meniscus signs bigger.
I go for the flasks going bigger.
But then we'd have to move things on the table.
Yeah. Just a little bit. Okay. That makes it a little bit bigger. Alrighty. What did Zim roll? 1 production, 2 science, 1 wild?
Yeah.
Kind of yucky. So Zim, you can use your gold gem to switch one of those.
All right, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm thinking.
Nestle, you're gonna have to pick something else.
No, I don't.
You're right. You don't. You're right. You don't. I missed that. Fox is going to have to pick some, or at least erase something,
Here.
because you can't do both of these.
I'm not going with that one.
I
Forgot there
figured
was
not
one last
because
round.
you don't have tokens. But okay, I think everyone's ready. Oh, you got them. You got them both, Rygon.
Nice.
And yeah, Essler was allowed to do that because he has architecture. Wow, that was big.
Yep, my goal is about to go up to 62.
I did not realize you had comboed 3 diamond buildings right next to each other.
Yep. Stop giving me money. I want to pick up the diamonds.
Oh, I think probably somebody accidentally put their production into that stack for some reason. There we go. Okay. Rygon, what did you just get? You just got 5 more culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
And
gained
then
3
culture.
gold gems this turn.
And more gold.
You got 9
What
more.
to get with the
And then
Sagan?
your theater went up by 2, right? Because you just put 2 more gold buildings to the left of it?
I just put 1 more gold building this turn, and the
Oh, that's right. You only
courthouse.
put 2 cards. Right. You didn't
Yeah.
put 3. Okay, that's right. All right. Lyndon's roll. Ooh, 6 production and 1 science. Okay.
Damn it.
How much does everyone have? Lyndon has 2. Are these yours, Fox? These 2? Okay, and then Zim has 3. They're all 7s.
It's lucky.
All right. I am ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Yep.
Ready?
Here we go.
This
Oh,
is where I catch up on science.
Man. You got him. It was risky, but you got him. It was a good play. Yeah, it's a good decision. Yeah, that was well played.
Needed to get something going.
You're really not doing bad at all. I mean, you've got... What?
Give me my card.
Where did that one go? Fox had currency in his second row.
I put currency.
Alrighty. Everyone clear their fields? That was a big
Just trying
roll.
to get coins.
That was a monster roll. How many should you have?
6.
Okay.
Oh,
6
hello.
science. 6
And-
science.
The middle thing.
Let's refill the buildings. 8 plus 1 per district.
What did we roll? Oh,
6 science. There's going to be 1 person that bids, or 2 people that bid. Well, there's a lot of people that have. There's a lot of people that have a lot of production, but who wants to pass up on all that science is the question.
good question.
No.
Tough decision. Because it's like you probably get some buildings for pretty cheap, but at the same time, everybody else is getting all that science.
Yeah.
Can I afford getting surveying?
Who's asking? Fox?
Yes.
You can. Yes.
I'm gonna use my science points to get surveying.
I mean, you do it after we flip
Surveying
up.
mathematics.
You cannot get mathematics yet. You would have to have
21. Oh.
you have to have 38.
I'm gonna stay then for now.
Everyone ready?
I believe so.
Ready.
Okay, Fox was the one who got the buildings. B and C.
Gonna have to build a second row soon. I have to build a second row.
You can make your first row as big as you want. There's no limit. Even if you build outside the lines, you can do that. That's just the size that they gave us.
Start taking over the other city's territories.
Yes, you can think of it like that.
Like, sorry, but I'm gonna have to annex your birdhouse.
And you got bees.
Zim and Rygon just get less room than the others.
Oh God! Show us what that means.
You're gonna have to put that over here.
Where?
The auditorium. You're gonna have to put it over here.
I have 21. What's I gonna say? Flags.
Yep. Culture. And you got one more population. So you're up to 17 population. And you're up to 24 gold. So you get another gold and another purple.
I'm gonna take surveying.
Sure.
Don't even have a second row yet, but why not?
Why not?
You have a card that is very good for the second row.
I do, but doesn't mean I have a second row yet.
Right. Who has currency? Fox does.
Didn't Fox just buy some buildings though?
Yes, he did.
I put you in.
We got to remember that for people with less than 2 gold gems, Fox's bids are actually +1.
+1 on all bids against players with less gold gems.
That ain't me.
So that's everyone but Essler.
Everyone but Essler is fun.
Yeah.
Okay, that was Essler's roll, so I think it's Fox's. And he spent all the coins.
Girl, I can do this. I just have to hover over it twice.
There we go. 2 science. Jeez. You all are really kind for playing this.
Of course.
It's a fun game. I'm just not seeing a way that I can possibly catch up.
I think you can. I think you'd be surprised. Everyone ready?
Yep.
Ready.
Lyndon got A. Rygon got B. And I think Fox didn't mean to leave the numbers down there. I think he meant to get the science.
Very nice.
Yeah, I keep on forgetting I need to get rid of them all.
You're good. I forget that sometimes too. Look at that building coming out.
And that's
Black
another
market.
science for my one building.
For 46, that's another one of these.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That was a good turn for Essler.
Yep.
Because you can generate all of those resources.
Yep. I can just do whatever I want, whenever I want to. I took the early turns very slow, but now I have all of the power.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good. I mean, you
have
still
enough.
max out at 5, which kind of sucks.
Yeah,
But
I'll
it's
get that.
Still not enough for that. What was rolled?
You got 3 production, 2 science.
Is that a 15?
It is a 15. There's only 1 in the deck of each color.
Oh.
Everyone ready?
Yeah.
This is
Not
a tough
quite.
one. Well, tough one for Essler. Lyndon's got 4.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. I cannot believe that. Oh, man. Wow.
Did that long shot actually work?
It did.
So I get Dyson.
I can't believe that, or I can't believe Lyndon got A, too. Knowing that you could just automatically outbid him.
Yep. I had a feeling that the other things would be more valuable together for Essler.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm willing to take that risk.
It was about time for Essler to get something other than gold, honestly. But yeah, that was really good for you. Okay, so Fox has 3.
I got lag.
4.
4. Fox has 4. Here, I'll grab it. There we go.
I can no longer touch my
Wait.
cathedral.
You can no longer what?
I can't touch the cathedral. Oh, wait, now I can.
Now
No.
I have 35 in
I'm just going to
science.
blueprint that because it does nothing for me right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's really give you another gem. I think it's Sim's roll, so I'm going to pass the dice over here.
Someday I'll get this culture gem.
Good roll.
Ooh, very nice.
4 and 4.
Of course, I get a good roll when I'm
Someday
already
I'll
full.
get this culture gem.
You get a good roll when you're already, like, maxed out. Oh, yeah. This one just needs to go back, doesn't it?
Yeah. What am I going to put this on?
Yeah, Essler's got to decide on purple.
What you gotta get?
Wow, Essler, you've got 4 10-plus buildings already.
Wow, very nice.
Don't tell everyone else that. Shh.
Is everyone ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Double checking.
I haven't
something.
even started looking.
So, just as a question, what does the blank for the palace do again?
Oh, it just means that that level doesn't give you anything, but if you do level 2, you'll still get a diamond. You still get everything underneath it.
Okay. But if one were to, like, say, do level 5, they wouldn't get everything underneath it?
They would. Every time you upgrade your palace, you get everything underneath it.
Oh, okay.
But it's like it throws some variability into the palace, right? Because some games you have a blank on number 1, so like you can't get anything unless you get some green, you know? Or you have blanks on 1 and 2, so then it's like, oh, well, that sucks. You got to get all the way up to level 3 just to get something.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm doing math.
This is a pretty good palace.
Math done.
Math done. All right.
Math acquired.
Everyone ready?
I am.
Yep.
Ready.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so we got bids. I don't think this was supposed to be a 4, though. I think, Zim, you got A, and Fox got B, and C. Yeah.
Well, I at least got one thing.
No, I don't want to take you. I take one thing and the other one's like, take me with you.
I'd like
I'm
to
purchasing currency.
I'd like to spend science on architecture.
I also would like to spend. Wait, am I at the right amount? I can't tell.
It will be 27 for architecture.
Yeah, I have to figure out how much I've spent.
You need 44, so you're 1 short.
Okay, unfortunate.
Yeah, that is
Wait.
unfortunate.
Wait. Yeah,
Zim got a purple gem.
I'm pretty sure I put my 1 extra for the one building. Yep. Unfortunate.
+1 to all bids against people with less gold than me. That's everyone.
Essler's like, I've got to get that one.
I had to do the big architecture play first.
I see a card out there that could be worth 5 gold buildings. This game, it could be worth 10 gold buildings.
23, 21. Then time to rack that up.
2 and 1.
Still doing my thing.
Everyone clear their fields.
Yep.
I have an extra green gem.
And time for Stream Raiders.
Oh, that's right. You get another one. Oh, wait. You're not allowed to do that, though, Fox. Yeah, because that would start a 4th district. You're not allowed to play any more green in this row. In order to play green, you have to get a 2nd row.
Okay.
But what you can do is you can play this as a purple and then blueprint the manor. The good thing about playing this
You
over
can only
here is...
have 1 blueprint.
Yeah, you can only have 1 blueprint. So you're going to have to blueprint this one until you get a 2nd row. But the good thing about playing this one over here is it adds 3 purple buildings to the right of the training camp. So it does make your training camp go up by 3. So you will have 11. This one's worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this one's worth 10. So you have 21 total.
Oh, we'll see, Senry, if my strategy pulls off.
Oh, that's
It's gonna
still
be
a
hard,
green
though.
gem.
You still get a green gem, yes.
You think I'm evil, Senri? I see.
It's okay. I will vanquish thee.
2 of each gem. Wow.
Everyone ready?
I am.
Ready.
Wait. I was a little bit distracted.
Oh wait, no, I'm not. I never actually cleared the fields from the other time.
Oh yeah. Okay. So the roll is 2 production, 1
There we
science.
go.
Now is everybody ready?
That would have been confusing.
Yes.
Yeah, here we go. Okay, so Lyndon got A, Essler got B and C, and Rygon did a Palace Level 2 upgrade with 4 production.
That counts as
Well
5
done.
buildings. And this is 1 for every building, so that would be 5 more.
Now I would like to get a mathematics.
Okay.
Okay, and that doubles, so
You have to put it on a card that's adjacent to one that already has one on it. So it has to go on here or here.
all right.
Yeah, I would do that one. Because this one didn't go to the right way anyway, right? Because it's to the right.
Oh, it didn't. Then I should probably put that all the way over on the other end.
If you can, but then that would create a 3rd district, and then you would only be able to play purple.
It's fine.
So you could do that, or you could blueprint it.
Well, the thing is that I've already implemented the points in because I didn't realize it was just to the right.
Yeah.
So best just to do that.
Yeah, because then it would keep the numbers the
Diamond
same.
symbol.
Yeah, exactly.
So this
Diamond
one
symbol
is
to every
worth.
card with diamond symbol. What does that mean?
You just got 7 more culture, I think, Rygon.
Oh, sweet.
Who asked a question?
I'm reading a +1 diamond symbol for every with at least every diamond symbol card. What does that mean?
So that means that, like, your treasury, your orphanage, your training camp, your keep, and your town hall, those all have diamond symbols on them. Which means, like, the ones with 1 mean that you can put 1 diamond on it to double it, but if you put any more on it, it doesn't do anything. The ones with 2 diamonds mean that if you get 2 diamonds on it, it triples it, but any more diamonds, it won't do anything. What the mathematics does is it basically allows you to act like they have 1 more diamond symbol than they actually have. So now the orphanage, you can actually triple it. And the training camp, that would allow you to actually quadruple it if you got 3 diamonds on it.
Add more to the bonus.
Yes, it allows you to multiply it 1 more time, basically.
No, Senri, I have his chat popped out, which is standard for when somebody is streaming as well.
I wonder.
Put you back.
Do not accuse me of cheating. Okay?
Who accused you of cheating?
But what if their chat is giving strategy tips?
I've seen some people's chat do that. I don't think any of our chats would, but I have seen that happen.
We're ready for the next round. You know what's really awesome about stacking green?
All right. I will just close out
Someday
and
I'll
on
be able to
stream
select all
as
these.
well as
I know
his
you're not
chat,
cheating,
and
Zim.
there we go.
Damn it.
Oh, 2 science.
Great roll if you're specifically me.
2 science. How much production does everyone have? 0, 0, 4, 0, 5. Okay, it looks like it's Zim versus Fox.
Are you sure you don't want to take all that production? Oh, wait,
okay.
it's not production for the rest of you.
So with the gold coin, we're able to flip over even an empty?
Not yet. You'd have to have at least 3 gold.
At least
gems.
3. Okay.
So like Essler gets 6 of whatever he wants because he has 6 gold gems.
Every single turn.
Every single turn, he gets at least 6 of something, or a mixture. I mean, unless the roll is 6 or higher resources, and then he doesn't get to create anything. But
And those are the turns that I take advantage of, like bidding and whatnot, when everybody else has to get the good
Yes.
stuff.
yes.
Having a lot of gold basically lets me play reverse to everyone else.
Yes.
That is fair.
Is everyone ready?
I'm
Mhm.
ready.
Ready.
Fox, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Zim, you got D, and Fox got C. Well done.
Yeah, get a mill.
So you're investing in gold.
In
So you're
gold.
You're gonna have to put it over here then, because it's gonna have to go on your gold district. I don't think you have anything that combos with gold buildings, so I think that's just gonna be a straight up 4. So I think you're up to 28. So you lose 1 4. Yeah, I think you already spent them. Yeah.
But I already put the coins inside the bag.
Yeah, you just bid 2 on C, that's right. And Zim got A. Zim, if you put your chicken farm in there, you could get another green gem. Because that would give you 22. Look at that, 2 gems in 1 turn. Here we go. All right. Fox's turn.
My turn.
This is a close one. Everybody has like 6 or 7 gems. Zim's got 6. Lyndon's got 6. Essler has 7. Fox has 6. And Rygon has 6. One production, 1 science. You guys are.
Oh, this is a beautiful turn for me.
It is. At the beginning of the game, you all were rolling so well.
Nope, stop.
Everyone ready?
Not
Yep.
yet. Hold on. I'm prepared.
Okay. I'm going to reveal. Is that okay?
I'm ready.
Here we go. I think you got them all, Essler.
Yep, because I count as +1 against Rygon.
Yeah. For
And I have the science.
currency. I feel so bad for Rygon because that was such a good bid. The reason Rygon is in a good position, though, is because he's got 4 purple gems that he doesn't even have on his flag yet. So he
You can
just
just
gets to
spend them
wait.
however the game
Get
evolves.
to wait, yeah. You just get to wait and be like, huh, it would be really good if I played them like this. Ready. Refill the buildings after Essler's done with his math. Do you have calendar, Essler? No, you do not. Okay, so you do have to spend it.
Why did one of my gems just float away?
What?
It needs to go back to its people.
None of that.
It did? Oh,
I was
Okay,
in the
what-
middle of
what did
counting gems.
What did Rygon roll? Oh my god. 8 production? Did you really roll 8 production?
That I did.
Oh gosh. That's a lot. How much does everyone have? 3, 1, 4, 1, 2? This is so interesting. I'm not even sure who's winning.
Where's the roll?
It's 8 production.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a big roll.
Could just go wild like that.
Everyone ready?
Yep.
Nope. I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. You got it, Essler. That's stupid currency. You got B and C, Fox.
Hey.
Okay, so we're actually going to have to move your city a little bit just to fit these in there.
God, I have so much.
Because you're going to have to play both of these as gold over here. So this one goes here. This one gives you 4 more gold, so that brings you up to 32. Gives you another gem. And this one is worth 1 gold per gem that you have. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that one's worth 7. So it brings you up to 39.
39, okay.
All right, Essler, he might be gunning for you with that gold.
Yes, refill the.
Yeah, refill the buildings. Here we go. Whose
And
roll is it? It's Zim's.
let me go back to where you became.
Ooh. Oh my god. Do you really have 10 production? Did you really just roll this? Okay, no, I was like, we just rolled 8 production.
Oh, that was me.
Okay, that's still good. 4 production, 1 science. Close. One.
Ironically, the gold gem almost made it make another gold gem.
Yeah, it almost did. And then it would go up another one. Where's that? Everyone ready?
Yep.
I'm ready.
So.
Okay, here we go. Zim, you got both of them. Oh, a lot of palace upgrades. This is gonna be fun. Is he gonna triple? I mean, I guess
No.
so. I mean, because it's worth more than that one, right?
Well,
This
it would
one's-
be worth 9 more, and this one's worth 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14.
Well,
if
but
I do that.
it's already worth 7. It's already worth 7.
Yeah,
So it really would only give you another 7.
I suppose that's true.
So that one would give you another 9.
Yeah, I guess that gives me another 9. What I really need is more gold.
Do you have architecture, Lyndon?
Oh, yeah.
No, you do not. Okay.
Do I have to
I'm
spend the
gunning
second
for
gem?
that.
The second diamond?
What am I at?
What's that?
1, 2, 3.
Do I have to spend the second diamond?
Yes.
Okay. And it gave me the 2 below it as well. So the blank space gave me another diamond or just a blank? No, that's just a blank space. So I actually got 3 diamonds that time.
You got 3 diamonds. Yep. So you should have a total of 5. But
you could upgrade how much production your max is, Chris, by increasing your population.
I'm sorry. God damn it, coins.
Wait.
Yeah, that's the benefit of going for population. The green gems allow you to hold more production.
Did I do
so
a
that's
dumb?
why Lyndon was able to hold 10.
But
what I might suggest, Rygon, you should have 5 diamonds. So what I might suggest, you don't have to do this, but you could actually put more diamonds on these.
Whoa.
This is what I might suggest. Put one on here.
Okay.
And put one on here. Now, they won't do anything for the time being. But if you discover mathematics, then they
discover
will.
math.
Well, it might be worth a shot.
Because honestly, if you put them over here, they're not doing much anyway over here. Unless you get enough to get all the way over here.
Yeah.
Or you can, I don't know how much you have to spend. It's like, you don't have any. Okay, so you'll have to get 24 more science. So it's up to you. You can either do what you did, which puts you closer.
Well, I mean, either way, I'd either have to build up population or I'd have to build up science. So at some point, I'm going to have to build up something.
I have a question.
So,
because I just think I just remembered something.
It's up to you. I just wanted to make sure you knew you had that option.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll stack them. Why
not? Who had the question? Was it Fox?
Lyndon.
Lyndon did.
You said at the beginning you don't have to go in order of upgrades?
You do not.
Okay, so I could have just spent one more and got 3 gems this time.
Yes, you could have, yeah.
Actually, would it have been at 3 or 4 gems?
It would have been 3
gems. Yeah. Man, can I do that?
So do you want to do that?
Yeah, because that's just one more coin.
Yeah, it's just one more coin.
Yeah.
And that would have given you 2 more, which would have allowed you to also do the sewage system.
Hold up, you can just skip a level of palace?
Yeah. You don't have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can go, if you want to go straight to level 3 to get 3 diamonds, you can do that.
I went from
with only 7 production.
Yes.
Just do
that
that.
Seems broken.
Palace 1.
I went from 1 to 3 with 5 production.
True.
The only reason I don't think it's broken is because if you don't get this, you wouldn't get the benefits as many times if you just skip.
Right. If this was switched,
you skip over, then you miss out.
Right. Like if this was switched, this would be completely different, right? Because like it might be worth it to just go 1 and get 2 diamonds, then 2 and get 2 more diamonds, and then 3 and they get 3 diamonds. But with it like this, is it worth it to go 1 and get 1 diamond, and then 2 and get 1 more diamond, or is it worth it to just go straight to 3 and get 3 diamonds?
How do you do that again? Do you just say palace and then like where you're leveling it up to?
What's that?
Yep, you just put palace, then the number.
Yeah, just palace and then the number. Yep.
Left box or the right box?
And then
the one on the right there. Yeah. The nice thing is about stacking green gems is you can do as many city upgrades in one turn as you want, Lyndon. So like, if you actually had enough production, you could actually do two palace upgrades in the same turn.
Yeah. So I'm getting I'm getting
Especially
how
if you
many
have
more?
architecture.
Yeah. I'm getting how many more right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 16 more.
So this
16
one,
more.
you wouldn't be able to put on here because you can't put 2 diamonds on the same card that come from the same
Oh,
upgrade.
yeah, that's right.
So
I was.
that third diamond would have to go like either on the well or the black market,
Yeah.
which it wouldn't
No,
do anything to either
I'm
one
actually wanting to
to get
build
over there.
over to here.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. I had a plan. I know. I'm
But
getting.
this one gave you 7 more.
Yeah. It still gives me another gem.
It does.
7 plus
So you're
that
73.
is 73. Thank you. I could not do the math.
It's late.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should be at 7. Oh.
Here you go, Essler. I am getting the idea that somebody's pretty close to winning.
2 science.
2 sides. Isn't that what you rolled last time?
I
Oh,
think
we didn't
so,
refill
yeah.
We didn't refill the middle.
Now, what are we bidding on?
We did not refill the middle. Any of you can also hit that button as well, the refill buildings button.
Yeah, I was going to. I just
And
was
it
pointing
just,
out first.
Here we go. Oh, that put another card on top of there, didn't it? Why did it do that?
Weird.
That is weird. I guess we'll flip this one over. We'll put this one. Okay, there we go. We'll put this one on top. Okay, so that trading post will give you 7 gold, and it also counts as 3 gold buildings.
The mill was the one that was there originally.
Okay, so we'll put the trading post on top. Thank you.
How many do I need here? I need.
Everyone's city is pretty big. It's kind of interesting that nobody has a second row yet.
Who needs it?
Who needs it? Has anyone donated?
Yes.
Nope.
No, I didn't.
Yes. So somebody has donated. Okay, everyone ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
Okay, so we got Essler and Fox doing palace upgrades. Isn't architecture great?
Picture's amazing.
It's expensive, but it's worth it.
Yep.
Yeah. Trying to take the first one.
Okay. So I think Fox spent.
It won't let me take them all. It won't. It only lets me take them all.
Oh, it doesn't let you actually drag it? Okay, here you go. And then I think
What's
you
the
spent all of
benefits from that?
these because it would have been 7.
It's 3 diamonds.
3 diamonds. Oh, that's right. You get 3 diamonds. Okay, let's see the best combo you can make. It looks like it's probably going to be Orphanage Training Camp Keep. I think. Yeah, that's definitely the best combo you can make. That's what I would do. You want me to do it for you?
Nice.
I don't know if his... I think it's this right here. That'll give you 11 more population, so you'll be at 32. This one's worth 10, so that gives you 10 more population, so you're at 42. And then 8 more culture, so you're at 36. And I believe that just gave you 3 more gems, so it gave you 2 green,
2 greens and 1 purple.
1 purple. That was a good combo. And then because you got 3 more gems, your farm goes up by 3. So you just got 3 more gold, so it goes up to 42, which gives you another gold gem, which makes it go up to 43. So you're actually at 43. Yep. Look at that. Okay. And
Hello,
you have
Commander.
you do not.
In response to your request, we have sent backup. Good luck, Commander. We are forever in your debt.
Oh, you okay, so you are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You're at 16 on number 2. And I don't know how close you are on number 1, but you're probably pretty close. 1.
Number 2 or number 3?
4. Oh, no, that's not quite. So you're not that close to number 1. But
What about number 3?
you're on number 3. All you have is these, so you're only at 8 production out of the 30. So in order to get closer to number 3, you have to start donating production.
You even donate production.
Or you just go over here and you write donate and how much production you're donating, and you just have to give it back. Or you can continue to get culture and stack it on number 3 if you want to. Essler, that was a big turn for you. What happened with you?
Nothing much.
Oh, you
Just
know what?
built my
You know
palace
what
for it.
happened. You know, I'm not.
2 gold. I'm almost close to getting close to Esser, actually.
I think I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to ruin it. Oh my gosh.
Cap
6
Lily,
production.
thank you so much for those gift subs. I really appreciate the support. It helps out so much. Thank you.
It's so kind. Five gift subs. Wow. We have 6 production, 2 science, and wild. Let's cover the books up first. Everyone clear their fields. Where did you get this music? I love it so much.
It's actually custom commissioned music.
Really?
Sounds like
Mhm.
American Pie for some
Nice.
weird reason.
It makes me feel like I'm just like in a chill tavern, just like.
That's exactly the point of this song.
Very reminiscent of the soundtracks of RimWorld and Hard Space Shipbreaker.
Are we ready?
Give me one moment.
I'm ready.
You're still be crazy.
Here we go.
Yep.
Did anybody bid? You don't have to keep that there, by the way, Lyndon.
Oh, I thought I clicked the button.
To have the sanity to go up 8.
If you want to grab more than 1 token at a time, you know how to do that?
1, 2, 3.
You can
No.
hold down left click. You can hold down left click and then hit right click multiple times.
Ah.
Oh, it's hold down left.
3, 6. Okay. Oh,
That maxes him out. He's got 8.
3, 6.
Where is my?
7, Yep.
You want to get this? Come on.
7, 8,
Eh.
9, 10. And I want to
Somebody's
research
getting
the
really-
architecture.
Who's getting architecture?
I am.
Lyndon. Okay.
Yes, because now I
Oh
can find
God. What's your palace level? Oh, it's 3. Okay. I think you can honestly do 4 and 5 on the same turn.
Possibly.
Or you're very close to being able to.
I have 3, 6,
You'd have to
7,
have
8, 9,
13.
10.
Meanwhile,
I have
I'm way
10.
back here, far behind everybody else.
No, Zim, you're not far behind everyone else.
I literally am.
No, you're not.
Don't think there's anything that anyone can do, though.
Thank you very much for the epics. We've got Scratched with a Razor Warrior. Do remember you can pick that up to support the channel, or gift it to somebody else if you've already got it, or just gift it in the first place. And thank you for the epics, everybody else here. Start the battle.
God, I have so much coins.
You literally got it. What?
Why did you think I would win, Neon? I am in last place on everything.
3, 4, 5.
You donate and get
Ezra.
buildings at the same time.
Esler, what are you doing?
Hmm?
You realize you've already won, right?
Huh?
Oh.
No, I'm one
Again,
off from
then.
winning.
I don't think so. I think you won.
Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This counts for 6. I need one more culture gem.
This is 1, right? This is 1 10 plus, 2 10 pluses, 3 10 pluses, 4 10 pluses, 5 10 pluses.
Oh, right. That totals up. Yeah, I already won.
6, 7.
I thought I was gonna win next turn.
I was like, I looked over, I was like, you've got to be close. I know you're really close.
Yeah, like I was planning on just like building a fountain on this guy's house and then I win.
Yeah, I mean, because once you got up to at least level 3, then your astronomer's tower triggered to 10. So
Yeah.
that was a big one for you.
Yeah, I didn't realize that the embassy was up to 10 already.
Yeah, that one was big for you. That was a lot.
Oops, I won.
You wanted to even notice. I shouldn't have said anything.
I was gonna win next turn anyway.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
So sorry for the anticlimax, I guess.
It was the first game. It was bound to happen. But gosh, I really love.
Well, I needed the previous turn to get the end of the level, the second objective.
No. I was going to ask if anybody would want to play another tabletop game, and then I remembered both Sim and Rygon are going to be playing Phasmo, so that changes the game I wanted to play slightly. But
that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
This is a really interesting game.
It was really cool to see how everybody's like kind of panned out. Like Fox's city is huge. I kind of wondered how close he was to winning. And I think honestly, Fox, you were closest on 2, which is unfortunate because you didn't put any purples on 2. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus your 3, that's 14. 15, 16. So you were at 16 out of 20 on number 2. And honestly, you would have been really darn close. You could have done so many things to get you even closer. But I think your problem was number 1. You didn't have a lot of 10 plus buildings. You had your farm, and then none of these were. You had your orphanage, your training camp, your keep. So that's 4. I don't think this was quite a 10 plus. So you only had 4.
Not quite.
4 out of 7 on that. So you were kind of close on that one, but honestly, number 3 probably would have been your next closest if you would have just kept stacking. Or you could have donated all of these.
Not gonna lie, it was fun. This is fun.
Yeah. But
I appreciate it. That's why I made it.
yeah.
It's cool to see like how, just like, I kind of wonder how the game would have gone if architecture wouldn't have been in the game. You know,
yeah,
like
that was huge for me.
that one technology changed the game so much. It really did. Yeah,
Like,
it changed
that kind of
Should've took
defined my
architecture at the
strategy.
chance.
That one was so good. And actually, Lyndon, with how much production you had, if you would have gotten architecture early on, you could have started doing multiple city or palace upgrades in the same turn. Because like number 1 would have only cost 3, number 2 would have only cost 4, so you would have only had to have 7 production in order to do a palace level 1 and 2 upgrade.
Yeah.
And then you might have even had enough to do 3 and 4 in the same turn.
Yeah.
I went all in on gold early because they all had the gem symbols and we had architecture available. So I knew that that big play would be something that I could do.
That was a big combo, and I know like you realized right after you built that combo that getting that architecture to get those 3 diamonds was like gonna be an extremely good play. That was a good catch because I don't even think I noticed that. I didn't notice you had built that combo.
Yeah.
Very interesting game. And Zim, how close were you?
Last?
No, so I wish you would have had time to combo this card, because once you started comboing this card, you could have just blown up. Especially because you had surveying, right? So every single card that you would have placed in the second row would have counted for 2 buildings. And then you could have doubled that card. And then you could have tripled that card. So like, yeah,
But I didn't have the opportunity to do anything.
Right. I mean, for number 1, you only needed 6, and you had 1, 2, 3. You were halfway there on 1. And I mean, just 1 palace diamond, which you were really close to getting more than 1 palace diamond. But just 1 palace diamond would have given you another one. As far as number 2, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you're at 9 out of 20. But then you have to remember, if you would have done your palace upgrades, that would have added more points to that too. So
yeah, but I couldn't afford to do palace upgrades, trying to get everything else and struggling all over the place.
Who gave you the head pats?
That would be Hex Slash. Thank you. And Scratched.
All right. Did everybody at least have a good time with it?
Yeah.
If you ever
I
need
regret
more,
that
like,
I didn't
another
get to
time-
build a fountain on somebody's house.
Oh yeah, that's sad. I wish I would have seen that. But I heard somebody else saying something, but I think they got talked over. Was it Fox?
If you ever need like another time to like play with someone, I'm fully okay with it.
Okay, awesome. This is the type of game that I love to play like multiple times, because every time you play it, it's like completely different. I mean, like, if the palace levels would have been different, the game would have been completely different. Like, let's say that they came up like this, completely different. You know, like you wouldn't have gotten near as many diamonds.
I wouldn't have even gone for diamonds.
No. Yeah, and like I said, if architecture's out of the game, it would have been completely different. You know, the +3 population building. So like,
oh yeah.
So, oh yeah, that would have been really good for Lyndon.
Yep. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That would have gave me 21 more population.
Gosh.
Does that add to the value of the buildings, or does the value come from the science itself?
It comes from the science itself. And that's actually in the rule book too. If you go to the glossary.
Does that count as a card with a value of 10 plus if you have 4?
It has to be a building card.
That should probably be specified because it does
Yeah.
just say card, and technically this is a card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I guess you don't really own the card?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You don't really own the card. This bonus comes from the technology. It does not actually increase the value of the cards. But Zim, you want to play Phasmo, and I want to watch you play Phasmo. And there's a lot of people in chat that want to see you play Phasmo. So, you should play Phasmo. And I'm really happy and grateful that you all played. And it was
Anytime.
fun.
Yeah. So,
And-
All right. Well, everyone, that was Gempire Zarmund's Demands. Do make sure you check out Gemtime's link tree there in the chat. And of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, I will have it down in the description below. Make sure you go to do the alert thing on Kickstarter, so that way you guys can get notified when he actually starts up his Kickstarter. And of course, I will be more than happy to announce that on the Discord and such when it does. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. Let me go ahead and do a wrap up here.
Maybe Phasmo was a trap. That was so much fun. Thanks for streaming it, Zim.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome. Thanks for playing.
Yeah.
I'd be
Anytime.
totally down. I'd
Thanks
be
for the
totally
game.
down to do it again if any of you ever want to do it again. You won't be
Oh,
doing it.
definitely.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thank you for joining on the stream so far today. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, and more there on the website, as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. It is because of your support that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. I really cannot do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It is one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing the stream around. But for now, thank you again for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu. You all can say bye.
Bye.
Bye.